Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When I wake up,
The best mornings?
my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan. Tune in to Vern's On Deck show 1 hour before first pitch. Plus, your chance to win Royals tickets during the pitch clock, following the game, or on your way home from the K. Listen to Vern's postgame show with sounds from the locker room, plus your calls and texts. Miss the show? It's available on demand with the All Things Vern channel on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Your home for Royals baseball.
What's up, Kansas City? This is
96.5
Jonathan India,
The
and
Fan.
this is 96.5 The Fan, your home for Royals baseball.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
We barely survived the weekend. The voices barely survived the weekend.
I'm going to tell you, man,
Yeah.
I need days to come up back from the weekend. I don't know about you guys anymore. Like, it's just
Days?
weekend isn't long enough anymore for the recovery period. We need that 4-day work week like it's nobody's business. I'm going to tell you that right now. The older I get, the more I say 4-day work week is probably the way to go for a lot of us because boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's just so much going on. This is one of the busiest months of the year too for a lot of us with the graduations and all the end of the year stuff with school going on. It's go, 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 go. And then you get to Monday and you're like, man, I didn't really even have much of a weekend. And I'm sure a lot of people are dealing with that as well as we get set for the first week of May. And, you know, everything's coming down to the wire. School's ending. Graduations are happening. Sports are wrapping up. The summer's coming. Like, there's a lot going on right now. And it just is like, I wake up on Monday morning and I'm like, I need a weekend to recover from the weekend because that's how busy these have been over the last couple of weeks and continue to do so. So I hope everybody's, you know, up on a Monday, spry and ready to go.
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know, I think it was fine for me. I thought yesterday was gorgeous. I mean, yesterday was like the idealistic day that I could have for like this time of year. 70, no wind, blue sky, perfect sun, mowed. Got everything done. It was a good Sunday, but you know, Saturday was fun too. Survived the Springfield trip. Did all the cliche check boxes, right? Didn't do any of, actually, I guess I didn't. No interest in going to Buc-ee's.
You didn't
Sucked
go to
that on-
Buc-ee's,
sucked on
really?
that one, Matt.
Wow. How about
Yeah.
that? Why wouldn't you have gone to Buc-ee's? Other than that, what else is there to do in Springfield?
Well, we had a busy schedule on Saturday and Sunday. Sorry,
You were out.
I'm an early riser, and we're going.
I got you. Yeah, you're
And so
leaving
is Alex.
town. Yeah, that's fine.
Alex and I were in the same hotel. I was like, "Hey, dude, my alarm went off at 8."
Oh, that late?
Yeah. So it went off at 8 o'clock. Hopped in the shower. I'm like, "You ready? Let's roll." We were home by 11:40.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, you want to get out of there early. I didn't realize Springfield was that far away. Oh, you got up at 8. My bad. Yeah.
we left about. I want to say we left about 9.
Okay.
We got home about 11. We got home about 11:40.
Okay, that's not too bad
2
then.
hours
Yeah.
and like 25-minute drive.
Where'd you and Alex meet each other if you rode down together?
He drove to my house.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
if he would have had to go that way anyway.
Yeah.
So then just stop, and then we took. I took 291 to 13.
Yeah,
right into
Springfield. Yeah, I was wondering, like, that's not an easy spot to get to when you're meeting one in Blue Springs and one in Lee Summit and one in Overland Park. Like, It's like, where would you meet for that? You don't want to leave your car at a Quick Trip for 3 days. So
No, I just put it in the driveway.
Yeah, he just drove over there. So
Came back 4 flat tires.
yeah, that's
No,
fine.
sure.
I mean, that's Missouri for you,
No,
right?
but it was fun.
Yeah, Springfield though, like what would you have done? Like Bass Pro Shop? I mean, like
No.
that. No, exactly. Like I'm asking. I don't know. Like you're like, yeah, we saw those lights in Springfield. You got the chicken. Other than that, like what else? Like why are you going to Springfield? You
If
know?
any other way, if we did anything else, it would have just been golf.
Yeah.
I'd have gone to like Payne Stewart's course and just played 18, and then be like, all right, see you guys at the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was fun. We met a lot of cool people, had a lot of cool moments and all that sort of stuff. An early Monday candidate for Richard of the Week is the owner of the place they handed out the T-shirts to.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about this guy. Sorry we brought you business, pal. Won't ever do that
No
again.
doubt.
Literally, we'll never do that again.
No
You know?
doubt. Yeah, like there's times where like we come into work Friday where like the rundown's done before even pitching an idea to Mac.
Right.
Cody and Gold's rundown's done.
Yeah,
like they have
done.
every, like they're gonna go into they're gonna go into much more depth about the trip because I owe it to them to give you from their mouths to your ears. But they will all talk about this guy today. Cuss Drew out to his face because he said they didn't give him enough details about people coming in to give him money to his establishment, where I don't know if you've seen the news lately. There's still people in Springfield that don't have power, that aren't open. It's move out weekend. There was an art walk. There was all this stuff going on still.
What's going on in Springfield that they don't have power?
They had a bunch of storms.
Oh, they did.
Like last weekend. There were still some places without. There were trees split in half.
Oh, wow.
It was wild. So not only that, then he tells us that unfortunately there's too many people coming to his place. And now we have to tell the people that they have to wait to go in because he's at max capacity. Alex has a photo of the place. Definitely not max capacity. Would have been better if he was more professional about it. Like, hey, guys, I didn't think it was going to be this busy. I've got to call some people in. If you guys don't mind, like, kind of just like, giving me some time and stuff like that to figure out. Wasn't. Literally came out and goes, which one of you guys is Drew? And Drew's like, I am right here. He goes, yeah, can we go talk? And I was like, is everything all right? Actually, it's not all right.
All right, so
and
that
was
was a guy who clearly had no business even being the manager of this place, right?
Man,
yeah.
And that was his first encounter with us. Yeah. And not like, you didn't tell us you were passing out T-shirts. You didn't tell us shit. So we were like, okay. So then, like, not only that, all these people are out front and all these people are in his restaurant watching him pout his ass in and out, steam walking, making a show of it, and we're just like, all right, dude. So like
making a show of what though, bro?
Like that he's busy and overwhelmed. I understand it happens in the restaurant all the time. And people have short fuses,
right?
But like, we're bringing you business.
Like if you guys weren't there, there'd probably be nobody in the restaurant, right?
No,
right.
I mean maybe
a couple
not.
people here or there.
I mean,
nothing.
There was really nothing going around. There was a guy that looked like Dog the Bounty Hunter. That was, I don't know if he had a home. There was a tattoo place. There was a place out of business, and there was a parking lot, and there was his place. And to his left was an entire city captivated by an art walk over thousands of people.
And so, like, there was nobody coming down there. So
except the people that came out to get
you guys, yeah. So that guy needs to put it in his pipe and smoke it and kiss your ass. I mean, like you can't behave that way when people are bringing in the business. You have to understand how to handle it. And it was a couple, 100 people, 200 people max.
Not
maybe,
even that, because they still had a couple of shirts that didn't get picked up.
Okay, so it wasn't like constantly, and even if it was, so what? You're having a nice day, cash your check, and call it a day, and be grateful that people are bringing people to your bar.
Oh, it was bad.
So because you're not going to have a crowd like that ever again. But like, you'll let them tell that story. But
they've got the rest of that. Plus, you've got Cody karaokeing,
which I got a video of, by the way. That was terrible. I'm not going to lie. Like that looked like Grandpa Simpson up there on stage trying to sing karaoke. I don't know what that was.
Where the words were.
Like, how did he not know how to operate karaoke? Like you would think that guy of everybody would know how to do a karaoke show.
Yeah, you can hear Alex and I in the background like, Cody, turn around. There's a TV you can look at. And he's just like the whole time he's like, hi, my name. We're like, hi, the TV is.
Hi, my name is what? My name is. Why would you choose that song also to karaoke to? Like when you're going to get up and do karaoke, not that I know from experience, do something that's going to get the crowd involved.
He thought that was going to hit.
He did think that was going to hit. Well, he doesn't have a clue then because that song's not hitting anywhere.
Can't join in?
No, that's not a join-in song.
Hi, my name is.
But after that, what else do you know?
Well, then you gotta win him over with stage presence.
Yeah, but we're talking about Cody here. I mean, let's go. I mean, no offense, but I mean, I went to a birthday party months ago now. It's been, I think, last year now, and it was for my friend Dan's 50th birthday, and they did karaoke, right? And it was like during a KU football game. They played K-State, I think it was, right? So it was the end of football season. Went late. The game went late, so karaoke was delayed because the game was still going on, and people wanted to hear whatever hell happened in that game. Fine. And like the second guy that gets up on stage sings, oh God, what's the dance by Garth Brooks as the second song of the night. You want to talk about not having a feel for the room and a feel for the situation. You want to talk about like we were there for a 50th birthday party.
Not even Gene sings that.
Gene gets it going. Right?
Pass on that one,
yeah, but you have to have the feel for the room and the know. And what I mean by that is when you're doing karaoke, sing something like "Don't Stop Believin'" or "Living on a Prayer," something that has that
Sweet
chorus.
Caroline,
Yeah, everybody knows what those karaoke songs are. It's why ballparks play certain songs that get people excited and kind of get people going. And you know the words, and you you chime in. That song by Cody was a bad pull. Who let him decide that was the song to go up on stage with? Like, sing Brent Beachtown, for God's sakes, man. Sing something people know.
So, of course, I had to sing Dancing in the Dark and had to bring a female onto the stage and make a complete fool of myself.
But did people join in? Because that's a tough join-in one, too.
She shook her head no once, and then I did the, hey, baby.
Yeah, and
that's why this is gone. And she came up there, and we're just,
you
know, you can't
How come I didn't get video of that, though? I just got a video of Cody.
Cody.
Cody lost on stage going, hello?
I want that.
Well,
I put the biscuit in the oven.
I've got the video via Joe Summers. I will share it with you both.
The video
Fantastic.
of you?
It's me. I'll send it to you. It's quite wow. Anyways,
Here, I think we actually have Cody audio.
No, please don't.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness
It was better.
of the biscuit.
What does she mean by
Taste
biscuit?
the honey sauce.
Is it like an
Taste the
actual?
goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
I mean, who doesn't like a good biscuit with honey sauce, right?
Don't get that honey sauce on
Speaking
me.
of,
I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
2 minutes. Okay, perfect. But the most important part about the trip was to go see one Jack Caglianone. Guys, total package. He's everything. If I was not already in love, now I'm screwed. Now I'm the one that's hung out with him for one night, and I'm sending the text back like, hey, let me know, if you make it home safe. And then text in the morning, hey, last night was fun. Let me know if you can do it again. That kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
The guy is insane. He's massive.
He's huge, isn't he? A big dude. Like, he looks like a big league ball player
Massive,
person. Yeah, he's
massive.
huge.
Broke every single one of our hands when he shook it. I don't know why we went in for a second handshake before we left.
That's natural.
Yeah, I was like, hey, thanks again, man. I was like, gosh,
thing,
dang it, why? And so then we're talking to him, we're ripping open the cards, and you could tell him and Alex were kind of like in this nerd moment because, he's trying to, pull this, and I don't even know what it all means, but there's 1 through 25 and 1 through 90, and I'm just letting Alex talk, and I'm sitting there like, good God. This guy is going to wreck some baseballs.
And he's got great hair, too.
Oh, I mean, dude, he's an Italian stallion.
Yeah, he's got great hair.
He's got everything you'd want in, like, your future suit. Like, I hate to be and this isn't even my overreaction, but, like, take what Hosmer was. He'll be 2 times that. Like, not career stats. I'm talking, like, attention, aura, love,
if they
fan
win.
base.
If they win, if they win.
They will. And he's going to help even do that even more than what they've already done. Because we go down there, he's talking to us. We pitch him the whole, like, hey, we're wearing these CAG shirts. We're here. Like, we brought 200-plus people there. And he's like, that's awesome. And normally, and I'm sure you
Did
guys
he know this was happening?
Not until we got down. I think he was probably pitched the thing while he was getting ready to come see us. And then we told him even more detail. And then the best part is, normally when you do these things with athletes, because they are busy, they have a rapport they do on the field, their PR guy will be like, all right, guys, like, just 8 gags. And, like, he'll kind of look away or, like, you'll see somebody, like, do it. No, dude. Like, we had to tell him, like, dude, go warm up.
Wow.
Like, you have a game in 2 hours because he was just sitting there telling us stories. Like, I asked him.
Look good. He was a normal human.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. And super intelligent. Like, was an academic All-American first team at Florida. Was 2-time All-American athlete at Florida. The guy's witty. He's smart. He can hold a conversation because he's not your baseball player that's like, no offense to Bobby, super great athlete, probably one of the best baseball players to ever play in this city. Might be number 2, get behind George Brett when it's all said and done, or 1. And Bobby will talk to you, he's like, yeah, baseball's fun. Like Skeens.
Right,
yeah. It's cool.
Like Mahomes. It's the same way. These guys are just dialed in on it. Yeah.
He's all about it. He wants to talk to us. And we're eventually like, all right, dude, we're going to go. So have a nice one. And then what's he do that night? Hammers a crank over the building on top of the milk sign in front of us all, points to the crowd, tips his hat, smile from ear to ear on his face.
That's really cool to see something like that. I mean, I told you what it was like in spring training watching this like 8-year-old kid lose his mind in the stands to see Jack Caglianone, and then they called him out on strikes, and everybody was pissed about that because of the pitch clock violation or whatever it was in spring training. But you can sense it with him. I mean, the kids are already in on Jack Caglianone, and so there's going to look, even if they are winning, there's still going to be a lot of pressure on that kid to come up here and be a star. There was on Eric Hosmer. I remember when Hos came up, and we thought he was going to hit home run after home run after home run. after home run, and Haas didn't do that, obviously. Nobody does that, right? Like, the pressure is so high for these guys because the expectation is so high for these guys to come up. But, no, I think people are going to be excited about him once he gets up here, but no need to rush him because now this team has won 8 of their last 10 games, and, they're doing some really good things right now on the baseball field. And so, overall, it was a pretty damn good weekend, for sports, not just here in Kansas City, but overall, I saw one of the greatest sporting events I've ever seen last night. So we've got a lot of good stuff going on right now. And the longer we can keep Cags down in the minor leagues, that means the things are going good at the big league level, and he can get that seasoning. So when he does come up here, he hits that ground running and doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I do think he is going to get promoted, but to AAA. I think he's going to go to Omaha. I think after
somewhere in Middle America, baby.
Yeah, he's now hitting 314. His slash is 395, 543, and 938. He's up to 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. He's now has struck out 29 times, but he's at a threshold that is important. He's at 105 at bats. So he's done it 100 times in AA. He's crushing the ball right now.
Already 100 and some at bats down there. God,
yeah.
Bless this year is flying by. I mean, stop the movement, man.
Enough about me. Enough about. Oh, there was also ducks on the field.
Oh, good. I've maintained there should be a horse on the field for games in baseball.
The female duck kept flying back on the field and disrupting the game.
It's great.
Kept trying to get to Cags.
I saw one of the most insane things I've seen on a baseball field, too, yesterday. We just happened to be watching a random game at the corner cocktail house. Oh, my God. You looked at this, and even my wife was like, all right, enough. Like, this guy's pitching on the mound and fell parallel to the ground. Like, you watch the replay, he's parallel to the ground. Oh, my God. You'd have thought the guy got sniped. The way that people reacted to that. You had a trainer, you had a coach, you had a manager, you had players, and then you had the grounds crew come out with a bucket of sand, and they're throwing around, they're raking the mound and all this kind of stuff. And then he starts doing warm-up pitches, and he's like, like, just a whole dramatic, like he's not ready for the warm-up pitches, asks for one more. 20 minutes later, he goes back out there and he pitches, and he's just fine. But, I mean, this thing yesterday, I don't even know what the guy's name was, Cole something, I'm sure. Just like he was sniped out there on the mound, and we're watching this. We're going, come on, man. We need some toughness back in baseball. Yeah. Jack Caglianone going to bring that to us.
Be like Dylan Crochet, get hit in the schnoz and go out there and pitch a three. Seriously, it happened. Check it out on the internet. We'll get to that. Plus, we'll get to these Kansas City Royals who are 11-2 in their last 13 games. Things are rolling. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Whoever that bozo was doing the armpit fart thing, come on, man.
Catch Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20, right here on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's almost a given that better medical practice generally leads to better outcomes for the patients. And if you suffer with erectile dysfunction, you certainly want a good outcome. Heartland Men's Health practices better medicine. They're the leader in treating men's sexual health issues right here in Kansas City. And we all know that ED is a terrible condition, and it causes a lot of stress in relationships. It creates anxiety and undue hardships on a man and often on their partner as well. Yet many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. Well, now Heartland Men's Health is here, and they have treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%, and some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and their new office in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's premier Wagyu beef meat market, has even more convenient ways for you to shop. In addition to their location at 135th and Metcalf, they're now open at 95th and Knoll. Baseball is back. Time to get your game day grill going. Whether you're looking to wow your family with a meal at the ballpark or sear the best steak ever while listening to the game on the deck, Booth Creek Wagyu experts are ready to help you pick out something unforgettable. Booth Creek Wagyu, now with 2 locations, open 7 days a week, or at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Did storms hit your area? Looking for answers on the impact it made to your roof? Then it's time to schedule a zero-pressure, in-depth inspection with Century Roofing's trusted roofing experts. We will determine if enough damage exists to warrant filing a claim. See for yourself why Century Roofing has been voted Best of Johnson County for the 3rd year in a row. Trust the pillars of strength for 35 years. KC-based and female-owned. CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love.
Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft chews, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, Carol.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Find Mirafast today at your local retailer. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Honey, our new James Hardy siding from Powell Exteriors KC looks so good. Our house went from worst to first. The neighbor waved at me today with her whole hand. I'm ready for phase 2 of our home transformation. Let's call Powell about that new deck. They're offering financing at 0% for 18 months on everything. You should call today at 816-656-1160 or take another look at their stunning work on powellkc.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Midwest Auto Services on the Missouri side. 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown 15 minutes. Is driving your vehicle like fighting a wild bull? Does it lead, pull, or feel out of sync when you accelerate or brake? Are you replacing tires a lot due to poor wear? Let Midwest Auto Services check your alignment. Call 816-224-4247 or MidwestAutoservices.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Welcome back into the show on a Monday. Dusty like it's Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey with you here.
We were just talking about how quickly people age.
Yeah, because somebody enjoyed your Counting Crows reference.
Oh, yeah? A very, very slight one if you got it. Yeah, that's pretty good because that song came out in 1993. Adam Duritz, I was telling you, 60 years old right now. He's going to be 61 in August. And you're like, oh, my God. I'm like, yeah, all those songs are August and everything after came out in 93. Some 32 years ago, that album came out, which made them about 28, 29 years old at the time. And then you start going through the Wayback Machine, and you're like, Tom DeLonge's like 57 years old, but he's about 50 years old.
Yeah, he's 50. Mark Hoppus is 53.
God, man.
Yeah.
You're like,
You're getting old, man.
Yeah, but I told you, I said Adam Duritz is 60. You're like, I believe that. I'm like, yeah, you do, but it just hits weird, man. You know, like it just hits weird when you talk about the Counting Crows lead singer being in his 60s now. My God. Whew, time flies.
How old is Rob Thomas?
How old do you think Rob Thomas is?
51.
All right. Do you know that? Because that was very confident.
No, I'm just thinking if Tom is 49.
53.
Damn.
53 years old. I am a little personal thing. I am going through it right. I'm really having a tough time as a dad right now going through it, watching these kids grow up. Like, I've got 3 years left with one and 4 with the other. Like, it has hit me over the last couple of weeks in like a really bad way. I don't know if other parents are dealing with that. I know most of the time you're ready for them to kind of go and spread their wings and do their things. But as we kind of end this first year of high school and then we have 8th grade graduation in a couple of weeks and whatnot, and you start to think about that. It's not my own mortality that I'm thinking about. I'm like, damn, that time just went so fast with the kids, and now like they're driving. My oldest just drives now. I mean, that's it. She's gone. Didn't want to drive 6 months ago. Now you can't keep her from behind the wheel, you know. And so it's just yeah, it is. It's deuces out. But as a parent, you're like, I don't want this to happen. I'm not ready for this. So I've really been going through it lately, and like watching the graduation time of year suck. It's hard, man. Like I love seeing them grow up, but I hate like thinking like the childhood days are over, man. It goes too fast. So hold on to every minute that you have. And I know most parents are probably thinking that as well. Like the days are long, you know, but the years are short. And I can't believe I've only got 3 years left with one of them in high school and one starting high schools for you. It sucks, man. It really does. I'm like, damn, this has gone so fast. It's like, we don't want to spend any time with you. You're the old man. You're the old mom. We don't want to be with you. We want to be with our friends. And before you know it, that stuff's over, man. It's done. Goes too fast.
So speaking of too fast, it's been 16 days since your birthday. Is that right?
I think so. Roughly. Okay. I was thinking about that yesterday. It's funny you brought that up because
I have a reason why.
Yeah, but I don't know why I was thinking about it and you were thinking about it at basically the same time yesterday.
Well, the reason why, and I'll explain, because since that day, April 20th, currently the Royals are 19-16. Hey, Dylan. Boys now. Where's all you? Where's all like easy?
Yeah.
Let's be positive. So just slight shot. So since your birthday, 11-2. That's what the Royals are. 11-2. In those 13 games, they have scored 57 runs. Right. So 57 runs in those games, 13 games. So they're averaging, I think it's like 4.3 is the number, where they were averaging 2.9, almost 2 runs, almost 3 runs better than before. 4.3 is the average. There's a lot of nice things, right? We don't need to talk about Bobby Witt Jr. We've seen what he did in that span, the hit streaks. Yesterday makes an absolute foolish defensive play, gets a double play. Then the very next time he's up, he hits a home run, because who didn't yesterday, right? With all those home runs.
I mean,
in the
my
win.
goodness, I've never seen anything like that. That was awesome.
And one of the guys that we call out is Vinny Pasquantino. Hey, Vinny, come on. You got to be that RBI guy. You got to be you got to be that 3-hole hitter. 4 home runs since April 20th, 9 RBI, hitting .203. You got 9 RBIs, you have 4 home runs. With that. Just keep doing that. So Vinny's there. But the best part about all of this is Maikel Garcia.
Yes.
So Maikel Garcia is obviously probably won a lot of you this year. Those of you that were hoping and praying for him to be this way last year, I think here you go. So congratulations for those of you that held on to Maikel Garcia as a fan favorite. Now I think he's completely won it over. In those games, in those 13 games, and the Royals being 11-2, Bobby's been Bobby. Sal's kind of came around, right?
Yeah, he's missed a couple games, but back in the lineup, which is good, thank God.
Pasquantino's been your Pasquantino 3-hole production guy. And then Maikel Garcia, 340 average, 6 multi-hit games, 2 home runs in that span. They both came yesterday. 5 doubles. And he has, I believe, 6 multi-hit games. What I said, 6 multi-hit games, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, a 340 average. Everyone on the Royals hitting staff and everyone in that lineup needs to give Maikel Garcia the equivalent of what a quarterback gives his offensive line when they protect him for the entire season, whether it's rollies, whether it's, a cool new golf swag, whether it's a high-end smoker or whatever it may be. Because Bobby Witt Jr.'s hitting streak, I think, gave people a reason to, get entertained and get to it. Maikel Garcia has been the highlight, the bat that you've needed, that everyone said somebody's got to hit. Who's going to be that hitter? And I bring up your birthday because that was the day they sent MJ Melendez to AAA. And I'm not saying that because they sent him down there, everyone has gotten better. I'm saying that sometimes shakeups like that kind of rock a few egos. And I don't think that anybody on this earth can honestly tell you they have 0 ego. You've got one, Max got one, I've got one. It's how you handle it and how you appeal to be under the influence of it as to see how people judge you by it. The Royals have minor egos, but they have them. They wouldn't be professional athletes if they didn't have it. You have to have some sort of confidence
Sure
in
you
yourself.
do, but you also can't let it get the best of you, which is what MJ has done.
Like, there's people that are like Yasiel Puig, who just like couldn't beat his own ego. But like in this team with all these guys who said we're a playoff team, that's an ego. That's a cockiness that you have to possess.
But you have to have that confidence in sports.
And it wasn't there. Blowhards like us are saying this offense sucks. Something needs to change. Here comes Michael Garcia. There goes MJ Melendez. The locker room is now like, they actually did it.
But sometimes removing somebody from a situation is better than bringing somebody into a situation as well. You've all been around, and I'm not saying MJ is this guy, but I'm just using it as an example. We've worked with people over the years, right, Dusty, that you just don't want to be around, that are kind of socially unacceptable, and you're around those people, and when they come into the office or to the building, you can feel the tension, right? You just know how bad that is, and then that person leaves, or you go on to another job or somewhere else, and you just kind of feel it relaxed, and you can feel it kind of let go. I'm not saying that was the way with MJ, but over these last 15 games, 15 days or so, they've been playing some really good baseball. That you mentioned, 11 of 13. They've won 8 out of 10. They're now 13-1 when they score 4 or more runs. I mean, that's an amazing number as well. You only need to score 4 with this team, and you're going to go out there and win games. And my buddy who texted us a couple of weeks ago and said we got World Series pitching and minor league hitting, he texted me again yesterday, my buddy Jim, and he says, look, he goes, this is on pace to be the best pitching staff I've ever seen the Royals have. And that's not hyperbolic at all. This pitching staff from 1 to 5 is unbelievably amazing. And then he goes, Adil Bubic should get a bat. When you're talking about that, because now you do have that surplus and you do have that opportunity. And that's why I said on Friday, Michael Garcia is the second best player on this team. And I'm sure that probably hit everybody's ear the wrong way, but he is the second best player right now on this team. He's the guy that you can count on. The other guy for me is Drew Waters. This is the type of guy that the Royals acquired a couple of years ago when they were able to trade those competitive balance picks. It was one of Dayton's last moves as a general manager of this organization. I think it was right around that time, right? Kind of flies under the radar. It's a move, but it's not like a huge name. And Drew Waters is one of those players that is on your team, but you're just not like in love with because you've got like past history with the guy, right? He hadn't been good for the last couple of years, but this guy is playing great baseball right now. And he's the type of guy we'll never be able to celebrate, but he's somebody that is a really, really nice player. He's like that guy that you're always trying to upgrade, but you realize at the end of the day, he's the best possible guy for this situation. And he's one of your better outfielders right now. I think Isbell is one of your better outfielders right now. I think Drew Waters is one of your better outfielders right now. And I still think Michael Garcia should probably be playing every day on the infield because I believe he's the second best infielder on this team right now. But Drew Waters right now, man, he's tearing it up. And people sometimes forget to mention how good Drew Waters has been, for this team from a hitting standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, from a running the bases standpoint. Like, I think quietly the Royals have found a guy that they can maintain in their lineup for the rest of the year that is going to be a pleasant surprise. He's hitting like 280 or something right now. So Drew Waters is the type of guy that we got to talk about as well because he wasn't a fan favorite. He wasn't somebody we were counting on, but boy, he's come up here and he's taken advantage of this opportunity. He's been great for this team.
No doubt about it. It is 6:30 on a Monday. We can get into some overreactions. Maybe Max, his buddy Hield, is an all-pro NBA stud at his position for Golden State, but it is overreactions. I don't know which one of you two want to go first.
Well, I got a couple that I want to overreact about. Yeah, number one.
Airlines?
No, not today. I didn't fly this weekend, but if I did, I probably would. But nobody pooped on a plane, I don't think, anything like that. James Harden can kick rocks. I mean, 7 points in Game 7.
James Harden,
I mean, this guy. I mean, it's playoff. Like
you've seen this.
I know, but that's why we have got to start really separating. Like, I'm tired of saying, "Oh, this guy's one of the great players." No, he's not. He's crushed every team that he's been on, from Brooklyn to Houston to this one, Golden State, where's he at now?
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia, he crushed that team too.
Absolutely.
Like James Harden is not the type of teammate that you want, and James Harden is not the type of player that I want to root for. Like, it's just disgusting. You got to do more than 7 points and switch teams every year. Eventually, it becomes you're the problem, right? Not everybody else around you. You eventually. I mean, he's been in some really good situations and with some great players. I mean, think about that team in Oklahoma City. I mean, how that thing didn't implode sooner. with the egos down there, right?
Looking back,
whoever the coach was of that team, was it the guy who coached at Florida for a hot minute and won Billy Donovan? Was he the coach of that team when those guys were there, right?
No.
Was he not the coach of the team?
Wouldn't have been.
I don't think so.
It goes again to my other overreaction. Denver advances. The NBA coach is the most useless job in American professional sports. There's no job more useless than NBA head coach. It is the most useless waste of time for a job that there is out there. These guys come and go. There's a handful of good ones. Obviously, we'll get into Pop and talk about him and Spoelstra. Those are your really, really good ones. And then everybody else is a nameless face, and Denver's off to the second round after getting rid of their head coach. And my third overreaction, how about that Blues game last night? Was that not one of the best games that you've ever seen? I know the Blues ended up losing, and there's some people here that probably root for the Blues, like my wife. But I mean, like Binkley. But I mean, you give up a goal with 2 seconds left in regulation to tie it, and then go to double overtime. Man, what a game last night! We were captive. At the time we got home last night, we got it home for the overtime period, and then it goes to another overtime. Like, that was a wild play. That's a game 7 for the ages yesterday.
Yeah, playoff sports, man. Playoff basketball,
great.
playoff hockey.
It's great. Somebody had the comment yesterday about that playoff stuff. I think I was watching the Canadian broadcast afterwards. No, it was Eddie Olczyk on Turner. He goes, "This is what playoff hockey's all about. This is what matters." And Eddie Olczyk is like, "Yeah, this is really all that matters."
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it.
You're right. That's it. How do we create that attitude for 82 regular season games? Because he even on the broadcast, like, this is all that matters of the season.
Yeah, Harden in game 5 at least had more turnovers than field goals even attempted.
Oh, good.
It's like the 15th time he's done that in a playoff game.
That's sweet. He's good in the playoffs.
Has a great game 6, then come back and lays another egg in game 7.
He's a cooler.
Classic.
If your organization gets him, they're cooling off and they're not winning.
No, he's just not big. He's not big in big moments.
No, it's too bad. And to put criticism on the rest of that, Kawhi wasn't either. Kawhi Leonard was not either. I was calling him, one of the best players in the world because he was for the last 2 months.
Yeah, but he wasn't great. Let's think of some of the great players in sports just for a hot second here. How many of them really are these clutch? A-Rod was terribly not clutch. Jeter was, but he wasn't the biggest star. Patrick Mahomes obviously in big situations is clutch.
Yeah, Brady.
Tom Brady in those situations, Jordan in those situations, Tiger in those situations.
LeBron has moments of both.
He's
so
had clutch moments.
He has, but hasn't.
The block.
Yeah, my God, yeah, like
Yeah,
that moment.
That's there.
That's his. The
pass to Kyrie
to hit the shot. Yeah.
I mean, there's moments, but there's also other moments.
There's also moments of failure, like the last couple of years getting knocked out in the first round. It's hard to put him on that same level. But his career has been so long, so expansive. So many different teams and eras and moments in his career alone.
Scotty Scheffler could probably be in that category right now.
What did he win by?
Clutch.
Like 85 shots yesterday?
Insane.
Did he?
I mean,
it was nuts.
I think he was at so second place, I believe, was at like 23 under. They lost by 9 strokes.
Yeah, he was minus 32.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the guy that he was playing against on Sunday was 8 under. And he was still 9 shots out the lead. Van Ruin.
It was nuts. We watched the last couple of holes.
Man.
I mean,
he bogeyed.
Is that an easy course?
I don't. He made it look like it. The Byron Nelson man.
God.
That's his hometown too. So maybe he's played it. But that was a clinic. I mean, everything to just.
That's crazy.
God, you just almost don't want to watch it because then you believe that you can do it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They make that game look so easy.
Yeah, he's just swinging it and hitting it with a club, and it goes exactly where he wants it to go. It's like, what's so hard about that? It's like, follow me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'll show you.
But that's how you know
putter.
That's how you know an athlete is just the best of the
crazy.
best. When they do things that just make it look so
It's like when Steph does it. Like when
Right,
Steph gets
yeah.
like the
Big
dribble,
moment guy.
and then just
Big moment guy.
get somebody on his. It's just crazy.
The only moment he didn't have is when he wasn't given the opportunity
Yeah.
to have a big moment.
Last night he didn't score, but he did everything else. He led his team in every category besides points: blocks, steals, rebounds, assists. Steph Curry.
Well, if
By
you're
the
not
way-
going to score, you might as well do everything else.
Exactly.
By the way, Scott Brooks was the coach.
Scott
of that Thunder
Brooks.
team.
That's right.
Oh,
Donovan.
Scotty Brooks was.
Yeah,
He would have been after.
He had the glasses and the blonde hair, and then Donovan came in 2015.
Gotcha.
Oh, Donovan
So
came
right
in after. Where's Scott Brooks right now? Coaching rec league?
Probably. Dusty, what's yours?
You want me to do mine?
Yeah, go yours.
I don't think the Royals will be under 500 the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I like that.
They are 19-16 currently. Their next 4 series, they play one team with a above 500 record.
You got the White Sox coming in for 4 games, man. Go 4-0 against the White Sox. This is when you have to do that separation.
So then
go
you're
4-0 against the White Sox.
Mm-hmm.
You're 7 above 500.
Yep.
That's a week of baseball above 500. So go out there and take care of business against the White. These are important games to win this week.
You get Houston for 4. You then get the Astros. You then get the Cardinals. And then I believe you get, who's the other team on the backside? I had it right. Boston. You get Boston. So you have Boston, I think, is 500. St. Louis is 3 games under 500. Chicago is 55 games under 500.
Right.
And the Astros, who everyone said, the Royals don't play good teams. The Astros are 17-16. So you play one team with one win above 500. You, my friends, and the Royals may never, I don't think you will, see the Royals go under 500 the rest of the season. They are 3 games currently above that. They are one of 4 teams in the American League with at least 19 wins. They have the same record as the Yankees.
How about that? Last week, man, people were all about the Royals are no good. The Royals are no good. And that's why I don't respond to my friends who text me that
and
kind of
then
stuff.
Mike Garcia and Drew
15th.
Waters said, we're done getting pushed around.
That's exactly right. Garcia and Drew Waters. Who would have ever thought those 2 guys would be the catalyst for this team?
Oh, and by the way, when your ace got hurt and went down, you brought a kid from St. Joe up from AAA who pitched to Jim.
Right.
And now that ace is back today against Chicago with 2 weeks off and a 3-game lead over 500.
Hopefully he's okay and he can go. Yeah, I mean, it's a good game to come back to. He plays. This is his minor league rehab start.
This is essentially a bullpen session.
Yeah, exactly. You're going against the White Sox, minor league rehab start. What's your overreaction,
I have
Macadoodle?
great fears of the Skankies.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I would say the Pacers are going to win. That would be my overreaction. They won game 1.
My
They're going to beat the
God,
Cavaliers.
you're in on it, aren't you?
I was in on it before the series.
You
Yeah,
are.
I like the Indiana Pacers.
How about this for an overreaction? And we'll know the answer of this in the next week or so. I've been seeing a lot about people saying that. Why am I? Brunson is the greatest Knick of all time.
Brutal.
See,
that's insane.
Has he been there 3 weeks?
I have a couple
man.
of fundamental problems with that. Number one, he hasn't been there long enough.
Not even close.
Number two, they're 0-for against the Celtics this year, right? They won out of the first round of the playoffs. It's not like the Knicks have a great history of winning. Obviously, they don't. If they were to win the NBA championship this year, you could make that case for Brunson being the greatest of all time. But this is also the case of we're not respecting history. And part of the problem is the Knicks haven't won since like 1971, so people don't remember the history that was there. But, I mean, we're talking about guys like Patrick Ewing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about some legitimate players that were there that never won championships. To start to say Brunson, that's just disrespecting the past. That would be like coming out and saying, I don't know. It's hard to make the analogy with the Chiefs because everybody that's playing right now is the greatest.
It is different.
You know, like Bobby Witt's the greatest Royal of all time. Well,
like,
hang on a second here. There's a guy that's number 5 that's in the Hall of Fame that, he's catching right now. Maybe he will catch that guy, but as of this time right now, it's a little late. But I thought all of that Jalen Brunson being the greatest Knick of all time stuff that's been coming out since they won that game on Thursday, that's a bit much.
Foolish.
They beat the Celtics and go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
It's a different conversation, though.
We'll see.
It is. No, if they
That's
do.
a big. They went what? What'd you say earlier?
0-4? Yeah, they were 0-for against us. The Celtics keep climbing like they're like a 9.5 point favorite
minus
tonight.
900 for the series.
God, man, nobody's giving the Knicks any.
Are you pulling the blinds up and opening the window tonight?
What time's that game start
You don't
tonight?
need to watch this baseball.
I think
game
it's
tonight.
6:30.
6:30.
I think it's 6:30.
Well, okay, we
Two
should
TVs on the patio. It's gonna be 72.
Yeah, I'll be out. But we got soccer. I'm trying to think when we'll be back from that. So right around 6:30 should be that kind of that window of a big matchup against Olathe North tonight. So we will not be home for the start of the game. But with the NBA, you need the last 2 minutes anyway. That's really, I mean, it's true, right?
Yeah.
It's really all that matters. The last couple of minutes of the game. No, I am excited for this series.
It's fun,
I
man.
am. It's gonna be a fun series. It's a historic series. It's
fun
the
for me.
old guard playing against the old guard and all of that. And basketball again, just better when the Knicks are good, man. They really are. It's just really better sport.
Where's your Celtic pride today, man?
I'll have my Kristaps jersey on, as I have every
You should
game.
have had it on today. You should
You're
have
probably
walked
a
in here.
little nervous, though, because Boston has everything to lose and nothing to win. If they win the series they were supposed to, if they lose, oh, my God.
I hate being off for a week. It's always the rust versus rest. So I'm like, okay, we're going to start off good this game.
Yeah. Russ versus Russ guy.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you don't want that bye in the NFL season in the playoffs. You want to go straight into it.
That's different.
You want to get out there and beat your brains in every night.
Worked out well for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Coming up on the other side, it is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Let us know what your plans are, what you do for it, or if you're just like, it's Monday, May 5th. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Hey, what yo, man?
On your home for Kansas City Sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're looking for something awesome to do, something fun to do, something cool to do, Foaling is the answer to all of your what are we going to do questions. Whether it's doing something with the kiddos, whether it's a date night, guys' night out, girls' night out, office party, birthday party, it doesn't matter. Foaling is the perfect spot for everybody. And tonight's even better at Foaling because it's Bar League Jeopardy. The only place to play in Kansas City is at Foaling. And they've got prizes for first and second place. So grab your team of 6 and head out to Foaling tonight at 7 o'clock and say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have the basketball game on, we'll have the baseball game on, and we're going to play Bar League Jeopardy as well, and you can do it right from your phone. All kinds of prizes are going to be awarded, and you can take advantage of their world-class bar at Foaling as well. I love the bar at Foaling. They can make you any cocktail and a beer selection that is second to none. What's Foaling? It's a mashup of football and bowling, drinks, and fun. A friend of ours got a bonkhorn the other night, knocked down that middle pin, the bonkhorn went off, and everybody celebrated, and that's what it's all about. Just having the best time of your life at Foaling. They're located at 435 and State Line, and you need to reserve a lane now at FoalingKC.com. That's FoalingKC.com, and get your Foal on.
It's time to make the exterior of your home or business stand out, and my friends at CertaPro Painters will get the job done right. CertaPro Painters are the folks we choose for our home, and they're the ones you should choose as well. I love the fact that they work around our schedule, making the process as easy as possible. And I know with CertaPro, I can count on them to make my home look awesome. So schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or business. Call now and ask about their spring sales event going on now through May 15th.
Shane Company engagement rings are expertly crafted to fit both your style and your lifestyle.
My wife's an artist and works with her hands. Shane Company helped me create a ring that's beautiful and sleek. She loves it.
Shane Company rings are crafted with care using high-quality materials, and we set each center stone by hand in our jeweler's workshop right here in our store. We also protect your ring, including the center stone, with our unmatched free lifetime warranty. Let us help you find your perfect ring, in-store and at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Guys, let's talk about your prostate. If an enlarged prostate has you rushing to the nearest restroom, frustrated and uncomfortable because you need to go but can't, or it's keeping you up at night, it's time to fix it. Clarity Care offers prostate artery embolization. PAE is a simple office treatment that can shrink your prostate and relieve your symptoms so you can get back to enjoying life. No surgery, just relief. Call Clarity Care today or visit kcprostate.com.
Cosentino's food stores are celebrating 77 years of serving Kansas City. Come in today for incredible anniversary savings across the store. You'll find some of the hottest prices of the year, now through May 20th only. From fresh produce to family favorites, don't miss the unbeatable prices at every Cosentino's location. For 77 years, it's been our family's honor to serve yours, and we're just getting started.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service, Missouri side. Inbound I-70 starting to slow around 470, and then it gets slow again as you make your way past Van Brunt and stays sluggish over past 27th Street with construction taking away the left lane. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident, call Jay's Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Already here, May 5th.
I can't believe it, man. April was a blur, brother. Like, where did April go? Did anybody else feel that way? Like, I mean,
with all that rain we got.
It's supposed to rain later in the week, I think.
That's fine.
Push that off a little bit, but I mean, I need the sun. These last couple weeks with all that rain, but my God, April flew by in the blink of an eye, and here we are at Cinco de Mayo time already.
You guys having...
You guys going out for Cinco, bro?
Yeah, dude. No,
Mac is. You know he is. He better be. You're under 30. You should be going out for Cinco.
You're not. Okay, you're going to have tacos at the crib for the Celtics game?
Yeah, we'll have tacos at the crib. Maybe,
but it's not Tuesday, so do you have tacos today and tomorrow? I mean, like
today's the anomaly.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow you have leftovers, and you technically do it both ways.
Yeah, so you double taco today, basically, or double taco this week?
You make more than you probably need, and then tomorrow you make the sheet pan shows.
That's it.
Oh, you could do that with the leftovers, yeah.
All right. So what you do is you make the classic tacos tonight, get a little bag of the, Spanish rice, black beans, make your tacos, do whatever, and then tomorrow you go get the chips, or you do it all in one shop. Chips, spread the taco meat over the rest, throw the black beans extra on top. Cheese, boom, bang, egg done.
Now you got nachos if you want that, yeah.
I have a Chili's gift card, too, is the thing.
Oh, well, see, that's what Cinco. You got to celebrate a Chili's.
Chili's gift card might just,
right, exactly.
Great chips and salsa.
Exactly. It is. I mean,
I'm serious.
It is phenomenal,
I'm
chips
not
and
being
salsa.
a Richard.
No, you're not. I'm on board with that.
That skillet, I don't know why it's orange. I don't know.
The cheese, you mean? Yeah, who cares? It's fantastic.
It's great.
Awesome. I mean, Chili's has got some top-notch stuff.
8-3 on the restaurant.
My friend sent a picture of Applebee's the other day, and on the marquee, it's how we got it, how text threads go, right? And it said, Applebee's, and it says, home of the best burger in town. I said, in what city are you in? And he said, Montrose, Colorado. I said, I have no interest in ever going there if that is the best burger in town, right? You're not, doesn't matter. I'm not going. It's Applebee's. That's the best burger in town. Montrose, Colorado. No chance. I'm going there. Because I don't want that. So, yeah, you can do Chili's tonight for Cinco.
Chili's.
Probably won't be as crowded as, some other places will be. But Chili's, get the chicken crispers, get the burger.
Yes.
Yeah, they do a nice job at the Chili's.
I don't mind it. Like, I know it's like probably considered a guilty pleasure, but I'm cool with it.
When was the last time you were at Chili's? Be honest with yourselves, because for me it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a while.
2019 on a date.
Okay, so it's been a while, right? So that's pre-COVID. Things have changed. Right? When was the last time you Chili's?
Twice
last
recently.
week?
Yeah, literally twice recently. But before that, it was years. But twice in the past 6 months.
Really? Twice in the past 6 months? See,
Yeah.
I think it's been about 3 years in December the last time that I went to Chili's.
Wow.
Yeah. Or it may even be going on 4 years now in December.
I honestly think my favorite thing from Chili's is the buff chick sandwich.
It's a great buff
It's
chick
a fantastic
sandwich.
one. It's like very well fried. It's what exactly you're going there for. Like, you're not trying to brag that you went there. Like, what'd you have? Buffalo chicken sandwich? How was it? Pretty
Good,
awesome.
yeah.
Good, yeah.
It's great. It's
Crispy,
fantastic.
not soggy.
It's really true, though. Chili's does have good food, man.
You're welcome to join us.
No.
I will.
Yeah.
But I want to be on the golf course.
Yeah, but I mean, with the song with the baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, like they put that marketing bug in your head a
And now they don't
long
even have to
time
do
ago.
it.
They don't even have to do it. Everybody knows it. Like it's the greatest marketing ploy of all time. Chili's baby back ribs.
When Michael Scott does it at their office.
Yes,
At their work
that's exactly
meeting.
what I was thinking
It's
of.
exactly right.
I'll take an awesome blossom with extra awesome.
And quite honestly, the Applebee's whole thing, man. I go back to the Bengals game. They had the Applebee's guy sing at halftime of that game, so it's still kind of a bitter taste in my mouth. Whoever that guy was, Jason Alcleen or something. I don't know what his name was. And he's like, Applebee's has got the burger and the fries. And all the Joko moms are raising their Stanleys full of Kim Crawford saluting this guy. And then the second half happens and we lose and Tyreek's traded.
Damn, that was deep.
Well, we were
Damn
talking
right.
about that on Friday, I think, off the air. Like, clearly something happened in the locker room of that game, right?
No question.
Tyreek was traded before the halftime show ended in that game. I mean, that was the one. If you want to know why Tyreek Hill was traded, the end of the first half of that Bengals game where the Applebee's guy sang at halftime, that's why Tyreek Hill was traded.
Did you know that Cinco de Mayo means May 5th?
Yes. Is that from the text line?
No, I just thought it'd be funny. Because I didn't know why it was called Cinco de Mayo until I was like in 8th grade.
And you're like, oh.
I was like, oh, Cinco,
Mayas,
5,
man.
duh. And then,
That's about the time that we developed that holiday here in America.
I was like 8th grade. I was like, oh, it makes sense. And I came home, I was like, got it. My dad was like, oh.
Like nobody even really knows what Cinco de Mayo is. People will say it's the Mexican Independence Day. That is not true at all. It is the September 16th is the Mexican Independence Day. It is not Cinco de Mayo. Don't ask because I don't know.
I looked it up. They won a war. I know it's about a war that they won against the French, but I don't know much more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I know.
It's more of an American holiday than it is a Mexican holiday. And that is the God's honest truth. We celebrate that holiday. It's like St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, New Year's.
It celebrates Mexico's 1862 victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla.
There it is. All right.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. While of 10 mistaken for Mexico's Independence Day, September 16th, Cinco de Mayo commemorates the specific military triumph. It's primarily celebrated in the U.S., particularly by Mexican-American communities with parades, festivals, and cultural events.
I love the fact it's primarily celebrated in the United States.
Yep, that's what it says.
Heck yeah.
So so every time we celebrate, the real ones are just like, oh my God. Damn it. So what are you guys going to do for Cinco de Mayo? Go home and hang out with my family? Right, sounds good.
Like nothing?
Yeah, no, it's
Monday?
We never really did anything with it unless we were in college, which that was
course,
cool.
yeah.
Right?
I remember we did a golf tournament one. I'll get
I
back
just
into
want-
that some other
yeah.
time.
I just want some chips and white cheese sauce now. Not
Yeah, now
chili
I'm hungry.
cheese. Yeah.
And in Mexico, they're like, what is this food that you're calling Mexican food? Like, you get authentic Mexican, man. It'll change your life.
They come here, they're like, you eat flour tortillas?
Yeah, right. That's the other, yeah.
What is that? Like, huh? Like, here, let me get you something else. Like, wait. Sour cream in a bag that you brought with you to a restaurant?
No.
We've got queso fresca.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We don't have sour cream. But
Real Mexican food will change your life, man.
is it ultimate Cinco de Mayo if you just go to Taco Bell then?
You can do that. Taco Bell's going to have a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I mean, right? Like,
They've already got a line,
yeah,
I'm
like,
sure.
If you're doing your part as an American celebrating Cinco de Mayo, you go to Taco Bell.
That's right.
Exactly right.
Fake, celebrated mostly by Americans.
Yep.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean? It's 2 days.
Or you can go to Subway and get the foot-long Doritos nachos that they have.
I think
Have
I'm
you
good on
seen
that.
those?
No, I think
oh,
I'm good.
man, those look good.
I can make that at my house.
Oh, all right.
Either way, coming up on the other side, we get into more Michael Garcia, and the other important part is that somebody else is hitting as well. No, it's not Bobby Witt Jr. Fescoe, Dusty, Mac here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I tell you what, man, our lawn is looking awesome, and everybody's talking about it. I was out for a walk the other day, and my neighbor comes up to me on the path. He fist bumps me. He goes, your lawn does look good, man. It looks so cool. I'm like, thank you very much. He goes, they're doing a great job over there with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, aren't they? I said, they're doing an unbelievable job, and now I'm getting compliments from the guys in the neighborhood, and that makes you feel really good. You know the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are doing an amazing job. They're the college-educated professionals that know how to make my lawn look good, and I'll tell you what, it's going to take a lot to make my lawn look good, and they've already done an amazing job with that. They put the first treatment down. The dandelions are gone. It's mowed perfect every single time, and now we're just waiting for that mosquito dome to be put over the top of the house to keep all the bugs out this spring and summer so we can sit outside and watch all of the games on the tube and enjoy the weather because they're going to keep all the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, all of that out of the yard, and it's great for the dog as well. So we are thinking about doing your lawn the right way. Call my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control, and they'll give you up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So don't wait. Call them today, or better yet, just visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens. I know you hear my voice. You think, what's coming? You know what's coming. It's a Surfside thing. It's always been that way this summer. That's coming around the corner, and it's going to continue that way because baseball is rolling along. Warm weather is around the corner, and the proud partner of the Royals is this Surfside Vodka Iced Tea and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. They're absolutely delicious, and they pair perfectly with a day at the ballpark. You can find it in Kauffman Stadium all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game, while you're at a local bar, whether you're at your local patio. You can ask for it at your local bars, and your liquor stores must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts today at the Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted with the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment. You're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start your prescription treatment. Offer limited. Look now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
The semifinals are here. That means all the show-stopping action is turning up a notch. Don't miss your chance to bet on all the legendary moments with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel's the best place to find all your favorite player props, and now you can make the smarter play with new performance trends. Want to see if a guy is hitting that over consistently, or maybe they've been flirting with a potential triple-double. Get the latest stats right inside the app and see who's heating up. And once the game starts, that's when things get interesting. You can combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. If you don't already have FanDuel, it's not too late to get in on the action. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. So visit FanDuel.com/Alex to join today. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA and 96.5 The Fan. 21 and President, Kansas. First on real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bet, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit kansasgamblinghelp.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's a good boy? Oh, who's what? Oh,
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Ring the bell! We've done it again. Golden Oak Lending has lowered rates to 4.875% fixed. While other lenders are talking about high interest rates, we're dropping rates. And we can get it done for you in as little as 14 days. Golden Oak Lending has just secured several $1 million that we can offer you as fixed-rate mortgages for 4.875%. Lower your monthly payment, get cash out, pay off credit cards, and best of all, make no mortgage payments for 2 months. It's fast and easy. Our debt consolidation customers save an average of $1,104 every month. And at Golden Oak, you never pay for your appraisal up front. Lock in this incredible 4.875% rate now before it's too late and say goodbye to those high-interest credit card rates. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Landing, cured my blues.
5.81 APR, FHA, 15-year, 20% equity qualified credit. Additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Boost your curb appeal and add value with custom concrete landscape edging from Border Magic. Choose from a huge variety of styles and colors, all backed by a 10-year warranty. A cost-effective way to give your home that wow factor. Get started now at SouthKCBorderMagic.com.
Royals coverage sponsored by Border Magic. We've got the edge for your landscaping edging needs.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side inbound I-70 slows at Little Blue Parkway with an accident now off to the shoulder. Slows again past 40 Highway with a wreck reporting, and then it gets heavier past 31st Street and stays quite slow over past Jackson Avenue with construction taking away the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Go check out 96.5 The Fan's Instagram page for videos, giveaways, and behind-the-scenes content. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2. Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
So there's some advice for you Cinco de Mayo fans out there. It's go to Home Depot for lunch day, they said.
Oh.
Tons of people drive around in mini trucks, minivans, selling the best homemade Mexican food you can get. You just got to find the right one. They have those all over Lee Summit. It's kind of cool. There's one that parks at Safe Light, and he's just got a truck right across from a cemetery. And he just every day, sure as right as rain, bam, almost said a customer.
I bet it's awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tacos are great, and it's those authentic street-style tacos.
The best.
Yeah. Somebody says if you really want to flex on Cinco de Mayo in the United States, you go to Taco Bell and you get the chicken nuggets.
They have brought the chicken nuggets back. I saw the commercial. No, I have not. No? Okay, that's fair.
I haven't had them.
Your look says it all.
Well, I mean,
just like the Yankee broadcaster the other day when they rolled out the Austin Wells burrito, and they're like, here, try this. He's like, And they're like, well, your face said it all. He goes, it's not that good.
Well, it's just one thing where I'm like, I never went to Burger King and got a taco.
Right? I understand. Yeah.
I don't know. I probably would, but I would just get them as an appetite. I would just be like, let me try them, and then I would never order them again. I always get the same stuff at Taco Bell every time.
Did Burger King ever master the chicken nugget, though? I never thought their chicken nuggets were any good.
No,
at
but
Burger
their chicken
King.
strips were good.
Were
back
they?
In the day.
Okay, I like their chicken fries. Those were kind of a unique little deal that they had going on. But like nobody's mastered the chicken nugget like McDonald's has. Now I know they've changed it over the years and they've taken out all the deliciousness and made it a little healthier for you. But those chicken nuggets, when I was growing up as a kid, man, those things were unbelievable. So
what's
juicy.
better, the L-shaped one or the regular?
I always liked the L-shaped one. And I would like to take the breading off it, eat the breading separately, have the nugget, and dip it in the sweet and sour sauce.
Behavior.
Doesn't matter, man. I mean, my order when I was a kid at McDonald's, I could go to McDonald's as long as I got a milk. Chicken McNuggets, French fries, and milk. So, I mean, the milk and the sweet and sour combination kind of didn't hit the right way. But, man, if all I had to do was sacrifice a cola for a milk and I could get those delicious chicken McNuggets back then, oh, they were so good. I don't know what was in them, but they were just absolutely on fire.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I do know what's on fire is Michael Garcia.
He is, man.
The guy's absolutely just hitting the cover off the baseball. He's been great. And he's been something that this team needed. I mean, I think, a lot of people had said, okay, who's going to step up besides Bobby? And Michael had hung around and been that guy who was hitting, 280, 290, then 300, now well over that.
Yeah.
And, over the last 13 games where the Royals are 11-2, excuse me, .340 average, 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 6 multi-hit games. Was a force in that Baltimore series. They lose the game Friday, then they win Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday, what was there? 10 home runs?
10, yeah.
Solo. So Royals were dead last in baseball yesterday. Then they set a franchise tying record with 7 home runs in
we
one
talked
game.
about it last week. Like the Royals are like last in baseball. Like the Yankees had more home runs in the first inning. I think it was Thursday or Friday we talked about that than the Royals had all year, right? And so they kind of put on their hitting shoes, if you will, and put on a little bit of a hitting display down there in Baltimore. Took advantage of the situation and went out there and won a baseball game, won a series, hit some home runs. But Michael Garcia is a guy now that we start to have to consider, and I said it on Friday, the second best player on this team right now. And I don't think there's much debate to be had whether or not Michael Garcia is the second best player on this team because he's hitting like it, and he's been a catalyst in this lineup where, frankly, nobody's been that hot this year. Vinny's starting to come on and play some better baseball, and he's starting to find his way a little bit. I've noticed Ryan over the last couple of games on television has made the comment of, in Vinny's limited hits, he's made them count, and he said that a couple of times, limited hits. And Vinny has had limited hits, but the hits that he's had have mattered, and that's all you can ask for, right? He's still on pace to drive in some 90 runs this year and has a 183 batting average, which tells me, yeah, he's not getting a lot of hits, but when he does, he's making them count. And I think there is something important to be said, about that. But where is this lineup right now without Michael Garcia in the middle of it, right? Because nobody else has really been able to produce at a consistent basis other than Bobby in this lineup. And Garcia has been great, but now that he's starting to play well, everybody else is starting to play well because it has that trickle-down effect. And guys like Vincent and Salvi and all these other dudes are going to see, better pitches to hit and have an opportunity because now nobody wants to pitch to Garcia. And so while they're not pitching to Garcia, somebody else needs to step it up. And maybe it is Vinny or maybe it is Drew Waters in that type of situation. But Garcia now is a regular, everyday player, needs to be in the lineup every single night and really has done a great job with this opportunity. And that's the career arc of a lot of guys. You have a good first year, then you come back down to earth. You've got it figured out. I know what's going on here. You come back down to earth, get kicked in the teeth a little bit, and now look at where he is. He's taken last season to heart, and he's been just one hell of a baseball player. He's so much fun to watch.
He's been great. Vinny, by the way, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs in that 13-game stretch for the Royals. Still only hitting in that 13 games, 203, but 9 runs knocked in, 4 home runs. So like you said, doing his best with limited hitting. Maybe a name to keep an eye on if there does, because I think I have theories of where this team could really be in my own fantasy world because it involves Jack Caglianone and what this team is currently doing, but I'll let you give a name to watch because mine doesn't really make enough sense yet.
Not yet. And look, we'd love to have Cags come up, but you don't want to rush Christmas either, right? You want to make sure it's you got to make sure it's the right situation and the right time. The right situation at this point in time is a major injury that nobody wants to deal with on this team. That's the situation, if you will, for Caglianone at this point in time. So we're going to keep him down here, not worry about him, let him do his thing, let him develop, let him continue to hit, let him continue to gain confidence.
We can all agree that Arkansas is no longer where he needs to be.
Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that. I think we've done we've done enough damage down there in Springfield and places of that nature. Tulsa, it's time to maybe move it up to Omaha a little bit, get on a flight and fly across the country and play some games and get kind of that lifestyle going a little bit. So we'll see. But Taylor Ward is a name that continues to be popped up in circles surrounding
2023
the Kansas City Royals. But I mean, but it's still a guy they tried to get this offseason, a guy that they've I hate to use the term coveted because it's not like he's a superstar or anything like that, but he makes your lineup better. He really does.
They monitored.
They're monitoring this guy. So that's kind of been a target. I heard it again last week by some baseball people. Keep that name kind of in mind as the Royals continue to do business. And another guy that they can go out there and get was released yesterday by the Rangers, Leody Taveras. And you may think, who the hell is that? He's an outfielder, and he's not a bad outfielder. He's not a guy that is going to be terrible for you, but he's just kind of been wedged out down there in Texas. He's better than what we have right now here in Kansas City, and you can get him for a prorated portion of his $4 million salary and have a guy that is an upgrade over Hunter Renfroe right now in your lineup, and maybe an upgrade over a couple of other guys in your lineup. So those are two names to watch. The Taveras kid is a guy that is available right now. You just have to put in a waiver claim on him because the Rangers put him through waivers yesterday, and so you have an opportunity to grab him. That's somebody I would be interested in. And if you have to add salary, so what? You've got an opportunity with a pitching staff that may be the best we've ever seen in Kansas City. you can't worry about a couple of $1 million swaying you one way or the other on whether you want to add to this ball club, because you can't waste this pitching rotation. You can't waste this staff right now because they are so freaking good. So you want to get reinforcements from the offensive side of things. So those are a couple names to watch. I know they're not needle movers at this point in time, but I don't know who that needle mover is on May 5th. And so by June 5th, maybe we'll know a little bit more about who some of these guys are that the Rockies may be getting rid of, or the White Sox may be getting rid of, or whoever may be getting rid of that are not playing good baseball right now.
Yeah, because I think right now your team is, and its fan base should be a little comfortable because you have, I think your outfield should be Waters, Isbell, whoever. Maybe it's Garcia one day, maybe it's India. Your infield, Garcia, Massey, Bobby, Vinny, Sal, DH can be whoever you want it to be as you go through that. But gonna need Taylor Ward to kind of pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, everybody needs to pick it up, though. I mean, nobody in baseball is hitting great right now.
Yeah, but Bob, this is bad. He's 176.
Yeah.
He's got a negative .4 WAR. He's won for his last 17 in 5 games with like a slew of strikeouts. And it's not like he's played a ton of games in his career.
Yeah, but he's also playing in a bad situation, too, in Anaheim. They stink right now. So sometimes changing scenery does it for you. Again, I'm just throwing the name out there. I'm not saying like, oh, my God, I'm in love with this guy. But it's just that, who do you get at this point in time that, you can physically go out there and acquire? Because I know people want to give up Luke Hochevar and, Daniel Sorensen and get the best player back in return, and it doesn't work that way. So I think there's going to be little moves made as we continue to get closer and closer to the summertime, and we'll talk more to Vern about it in about an hour. He'll know more than we do on this, but, you're going to probably make some little moves, and then I think you make that big move, as you get closer and closer to the trade deadline, and teams truly are out of it. Remember, at this point in time, a lot of these teams are not going to be trading players and getting rid of guys because they don't want to admit that they're out of it. Because at the end of the day, sports is a business, and if you tell your paying customers we're having a going out of business sale, well, they're not showing up for that. They're done. They're out for the year, and we'll see you next year. And you don't want to waste your entire season, your business, and tank your business because you're trading away players. So you got to give the illusion that you're still out there trying to put the best team on the field possible until the last moment, and then you can start unloading these guys.
Yeah, got to get to June 1st, then you can plan for the rest of the season.
That's right.
After you get to June 1st. But coming up next, we get to some Chiefs talk, plus we get to a guy who gets scrutinized every single year, and I don't know why, because he's an All-Pro, Hall of Famer, greatest to ever do it, plus one word with Mac Morey here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, selling a loved one's home can feel a little bit overwhelming, but with the right guidance, it doesn't have to be. Dawn Sharp and her team's approach to the unique needs of families works. They offer multiple strategies to ensure that the property will be sold effectively and compassionately. The Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty, understands the sensitivity of the moment and will help to make the process as smooth and as stress-free as possible. And the Sharp Homes team can give you options as well. If you want to skip the showings and just go straight to sold, you can do that. Contact them to discuss their instant offer program. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. And you can Google them, Sharp Homes team, and I want you to do that because you're going to see why Dawn and her team have sold over 150 homes in the last 12 months alone, while the average agent sells 4 homes per year. Dawn and her team spend thousands of marketing dollars every month to attract more buyers, which increases demand and sells homes faster for top dollar. So check them out at homesforsaleandkc.com. That's homesforsaleandkc.com, and start packing.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and let's talk about something that maybe you're afraid or you've been putting off to talk about, and that is low testosterone, because it can cause a host of problems, from fatigue, brain fog, low sex drive, bad workouts. Well, wait no longer and go see my friends at Heartland Men's Health, who are experts at treating low testosterone. You can go to their website at heartlandmenshealth.com, take a low T quiz on their website. It's simple, 10 questions, yes or no answers, and it takes 2 minutes. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health. They will do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with their medical team. Cost of the appointment is only $99, which includes medical consult, T and PSA test. If you sign up for the testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. So say goodbye to the fatigue. Say goodbye to the low sex drive, the brain fog. Say goodbye to all of it and go see my friends at Heartland Men's Health, who are successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. Most men wait a year or longer, and there is no need to wait. So they have 3 locations to serve you. They have one in Overland Park, Kansas, Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and their new office in North Kansas City. Call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Cosentino's food stores are celebrating 77 years of serving Kansas City. Come in today for incredible anniversary savings across the store. You'll find some of the hottest prices of the year, now through May 20th only. From fresh produce to family favorites, don't miss the unbeatable prices at every Cosentino's location. For 77 years, it's been our family's honor to serve yours, and we're just getting started.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side, 29 northbound slowing past the merge with I-35. Inbound I-70 slows past Van Brunt, stays sluggish over towards and past Jackson Avenue with construction taking away the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Good golly, Miss Molly, is he cocky with these Celtics?
I'm going to tell you something.
Not.
The Knicks have got the greatest player in franchise history ready to go up against Boston tonight.
You're right. John Starks II?
That's right. Yes.
No, Mac thinks the Celtics are going to sweep an average win by 21 points.
Wow, that's insane. Now, put your money where your mouth is on that one.
He's going to make my goal is for you to make people hate the Celtics.
Yeah.
That's not hard to do.
Well, that's not hard to do either. I hate anything from the city of Boston, but now my hatred for the Celtics is more because you like them, and I don't even like the NBA.
Even your cousin from Boston?
My cousin from Boston. The only thing is, though,
crab cakes?
like, again, I've said this before, I'm not an NBA fan, but I realize how much better the the NBA is when the Knicks are involved. And this is going to be a great series. I mean, this is the first time since '84 that they've met this late in the playoffs.
Yep.
From a historical perspective, from a meaningful standpoint, from a branding standpoint for the NBA, like this is a great series for the NBA. It should do some really good ratings. I mean, Oklahoma City or some of these other schlep towns like Indianapolis and Cleveland, you got New York taking on Boston. And like this should be huge.
And both locations are going to be Gardens.
That's right.
Gardens.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
And D.
Yeah.
TD and D.
TD and D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. I can't wait.
Spike Lee is involved. Man, let's go Knicks.
Lot going on in New York right now. The Diddy trial begins today. You got. I mean, it's a busy day in New York City.
Man, dude.
So yeah,
Kansas City people are moving to New York City.
Who?
Yeah.
I mean, who? Like who? I have no idea who that was.
We had another lap.
Oh, God.
Letting us know that we're going to New York.
Yeah,
good. Another one.
Yeah, because nobody cared the first time, so you did it again, thinking maybe you missed a few people, and they still didn't.
Maybe
care,
the second time too.
Maybe. But
no, don't be rude at the Super Bowl and you don't get shots.
Probably not. Yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Dusty, nice to meet you. Oh, you're too big for us. Okay, sorry. We'll keep going through the line of everybody standing next to you. That actually happened.
Did it?
Oh yeah. I mean, Mac talked to him, but
wow.
Everybody else was very nice, very, very open, very high. Good to see you guys here. Yeah, you as well. The other one just like, you should be acknowledging me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Lord told me to be humble. But anyways,
Knicks Celtics. Yeah, big series.
I think I'm all Knicks.
Good.
I think this will be the least entertaining basketball series of the four.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, just the
discrepancy. Insane.
It's not arrogance. No, it's not arrogance. I haven't even said anything.
You just did. You mean you haven't said anything? You just go. I think this is going to be the worst series
the
of
least
them all.
entertaining basketball series of the four. But I think there's reasons for that. I don't think that's arrogance. I don't think that has nothing.
Okay, so explain why.
Yeah,
I was going to say. Yeah, you could ask why. I think the Celtics are the second best team in the NBA, if not the first. So right there.
Who would else be better?
Thunder. I think it'd be Thunder, Celtics, and then like Cavs, and then like Nuggets ish. With the Wolves. It's all right there.
I think the Nuggets in the top four. The team that fired their head coach is a top 4 team.
I put them below the Wolves, I think.
So
I put them fifth.
I will say this. The game I watched last night, I was not entertained. I really wasn't.
Which one?
Pacers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, not every game is going to be a great one. You know?
That was a good one.
I mean, it was fine. I mean, it was a 10-point game with like 2 minutes left. It wasn't really close. But I mean, it wasn't like there's not anything captivating in that game where I find entertaining. Like, I'm glad that Halliburton's doing his thing. Like, Donovan Mitchell does not do it for me.
None of those guys move the needle.
Nobody in Cleveland versus that to me is the least entertaining series, at least in my opinion, coming from a different side of basketball.
Yeah. I just think the basketball will be better. The games will be closer. It'll go 7 games. I get you though, from a marketing standpoint, no question.
And for me, entertaining because like Halliburton could have was talking smack in their face, and Cleveland did nothing. Cleveland did nothing about it, and they lost, and they got literally slapped across the face multiple times by the trash-talking Pacers, and they just let it happen. That dude literally blocked that guy and stood over his body, and Strus just let him do it. Didn't push him away. You do that in a Knicks-Celtics game,
brawl.
Something's happening.
Brawl.
Yeah, that's fair. It's
like they let that man block him, body him to the floor, review it. Bruce watched him stand over him. Nothing was hey, nice block, dude. That was cool, dude. That was awesome. Celtics, Knicks.
That's fair. From that standpoint, I completely agree.
Did you see the guy in the Marlins get hit in the balls at first base? Oh, my God. I'm sorry to derail that, but I mean, it's up there right now. I had not seen that. This throw from shortstop. This short-hops the dude and knocks him right in the nuts.
It was the first baseman's fault.
It absolutely was the first baseman's fault. I would have made that play in high school, my God. But no, but the Knicks and Celtics will be made entertaining. The NBA is going to make that TNT, whoever's 100%. Televising, they're going to make, that's why it's good. It's not going to be because of the play.
Yeah.
It's
I just think
be
the play
because,
itself won't be that good. That's all I'm saying.
But nobody's there for the play. We're there for the ancillary stuff, like what's going to happen.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because there could be a lot that happens in this series. There's a lot of animosity built up, obviously, between these two teams. Everybody's telling the Knicks they're no good. People are telling Brunson he's the greatest Knick that has ever played, which is the most insane thing ever. The Celtics are one of these teams that's not supposed to lose this series. All of the pressure is on Boston.
100%.
And sometimes I like going into these series as underdogs, right? Because because like last year with the playoffs, the Yankees and the Royals, all the pressure was on the Yankees in that series. Now they ended up winning that series, obviously, but all the pressure was on them. The Royals didn't have any pressure. It's like when the Chiefs go into the playoffs now, all of the pressure, because I feel it. Like as a fan, you internalize this stuff and you feel the pressure. And for the Chiefs recently, it's become a relief when they win, not an excitement when they win, right? It's like, okay, on to the next round, on to the next round. Thank God, on to the next round, right? And it shouldn't be that way. You should be excited and feeling the joy. But I think for Boston, there's no joy in Boston, right? Well, they live in Boston, for God's sake. But you've got an opportunity for a team that are the Knicks to play free and clear. There's zero pressure on them at all. Nobody thinks they're going to win. Go out there and have some fun playing basketball. And sometimes not having that pressure on you makes you play better. Boston's playing with a really, really tight sphincter in this one because they're supposed to win. They're supposed to crush the Knicks.
Yes.
Everybody thinks they're one of the best teams. Like everybody's already penciled them into the NBA Finals, right?
Oh, I hope Tatum just chokes. I hope Tatum is irrelevant in the first 2 games and then has to go to New York.
He's averaged 36 a game in the 4 games he played in this season. Brunson's going to be going against all-NBA defenders. It's going to be a tough matchup.
It will be, but we'll see like who raises their level in a game that matters.
I'm saying
regular
things,
season
Dusty.
basketball is nothing. Nobody's paying attention or cares. Now everybody's watching these games, so we'll see. It should be great.
Brunson went against Tim Hardaway Jr. Now he's going to go against Derek White and Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown. It's just a little different.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. is a better name.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like he just makes you want to root for the Knicks more and more. I want to get like a Knicks jersey.
For basketball reasons. These are legitimate reasons.
And they've got a good song. Go New York, go New York, go.
And they got Chalamet.
I think it's just more so like the delivery of it. Like it's just like this. It's just not going to be a good game. It's not going to be a good series.
Right. It's like so
It's going to
flippant.
be terrible.
It's going to be a bad series.
This
How do
guy
you
to go
know?
against Tim Hardaway Jr. This guy's not Tim Hardaway Jr. Have fun. It's going to be a very, very tough series.
I just think it's the least entertaining basketball series. It'll be tough
You're
for the Knicks.
hoping. I can tell you're right now. You're talking like a guy that's scared poopless.
No, I'm not. No,
you
I'm not.
are scared poopless. See,
I have a guy that sounds like kind of sounds like Shannon Sharp.
Well,
Lakers in 5.
This Knicks team has a bottom 10 defense in the NBA.
But you're like trying to come up with all this stuff to make you feel good about your team going to win.
Not coming up with anything. These are straight facts.
Well, sometimes you throw all that out there. It's about who wants it more and who's determined more and who plays better. And I would say coach better, but who the hell are the coaches? So especially that guy in New York who doesn't even know how to call a timeout to get his best players back in the game.
Tibbs?
Tibbs. Yeah.
Homer
Is
Simpson?
ML Carr still the coach up there in Boston?
Yeah.
Tibbs is Homer Simpson, man.
Casey Jones, yeah.
Casey Jones, right? Yeah.
Watch
named
Speed.
named after a song. If you were going to be named after a song, what would you name your kid?
Chumbawamba.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
What about Mbop?
I guess Thump Thing is the song, not Chumbawamba.
We actually wrote a letter to Yingling when our second kid was being born. Actually, yes, our second child was being born. And we said, we will name our kid Yingling von Fescoe if you are willing to pick up the tab for college. And they said no.
Damn.
I would have hated you if I was I would have moved out at 16, dude. I'd have gone, dude.
Hey, little Yingling is running around. Why did you name your kid after a beer? Well, they said they pay for college.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm there.
No, I mean, it was like you see some of the names for kids today. That would have been a normal one,
Yeah.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
Take it away.
One
Celtic
word.
Mac.
Here we go. Yeah. Also, last thing on that, Celtics Knicks. It's more about the other series. I think the other 3 series are going to be seriously incredible. It's less that will be a bad series. Those other series will be
Wolves and Golden
fantastic.
State will suck.
I'm going to tell you, man.
Wolves
like,
and 4.
You say that, right? And it may be better basketball, but the drama's the Knicks and Celtics, man.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get it.
Wolves and 4.
That is quite a take. Book that. That is not going to happen.
Who are they taking on the Wolves? Oklahoma City?
Old-ass Warriors.
I am the Warriors.
Houston might be the worst 2 seed in the history of the NBA.
Is James Harden playing for anybody in the playoffs again? Or is
No,
he
but he used to play for Houston. It didn't do well for them either.
He sucks.
Houston sucks. He shouldn't have been a 2.
I saw somebody on ESPN
Lost to a
today.
7 seed.
Somebody on ESPN today said, is James Harden the worst big game performer of all time? And I'm thinking, like, all
He's up there.
sports? of all sports. Like, how do you determine whether or not somebody should be a big game performer, right? Versus somebody who doesn't
That's a good
perform.
question.
Thank you. You know, like the worst big game performer based on what? Because there's been some big games where like no names have done nothing, or like how do you judge all this?
Yeah, how do you judge that exactly?
Text line wants to know if we can talk about the 2026 NFL draft instead of the NBA, please.
Yes.
No.
Gotcha. Arch Manning. One word after the Royals yesterday.
Excited. Yeah, excited right now. You got an opportunity in front of you with the White Sox for 4 games, basically a minor league rehab start tonight for Cole Reagans against the White Sox, and you have an opportunity to win games against losing teams over the next 10 days. Do it, man. Continue to increase your games above 500. You got 4 against the Pale Hose tonight. Let's go.
A rival. You were made fun of. Some of your fans were, some of your fans were saying this is not what they are. This is a typical Royals season. You're now 19-16. You may never go under 500 the rest of the season. I don't think you will. And you went, 5-1 on the road? Yeah, Baltimore's been bad this year.
So you took advantage of it. Who cares?
And you're on the road.
Yeah.
And you swept the series before that in Tampa. Winning franchise.
It's a pretty good team, you know?
Sorry about it.
One word on Michael Garcia, and then let's start with there. One word on Michael Garcia.
Outstanding.
Fortunate, because I don't know if this team does go 11-2 in their last 13 games. If Michael Garcia's not doing that, I don't know if this team is having this sort of a rival or a revival if Michael Garcia isn't there. So fortunate to have him out there because they didn't have anybody hitting worth a darn for about a full month of April, and Michael was always kind of there, 280, 285. Now he's gone from that and elevated his game to one of the top 11 hitters in baseball. I mean, or not baseball, the American League, because, I mean, everybody's chasing Judge at
does
4.
he even count anymore? Because Aaron Judge is hitting .423 on the season. The number 2 guy in the American League is Paul Goldschmidt hitting .347. Aaron Judge is hitting almost 100 points higher than the second-place guy. So Judge is in a different category, and then everybody else got to be in a different category after that. I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy numbers that are consistently being watched by a lot of us, because if we get more and more into it, like we did with the Bobby Witt Jr. hit streak, we get closer and closer to June, and Judge is at like 421, 419. It's like a lot of at-bats. He'd have to go really bad 0-fers or 1-fers to kind of drop down, and all of a sudden it's like, can he get to Brett's 390?
We're getting to that point in the season where 423 is not an inflated spring number anymore.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
42% of the time he goes to the plate, he gets a hit. A Hall of Famer's 30% of the time. This guy is having an unbelievable season.
After last season is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah. One word on.
But he's got to perform in the postseason too.
It's true. He'll get that label big time if that happens again this season. Big time. Dusty. One word on Caglianone.
Omaha. Like, if they could be shouting that the way Peyton Manning used to when he was a quarterback for the Denver Broncos, it's time. He's at 105 at-bats. He's hitting .314. His slash line is .395, .543, and a .938. 27 games, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. He hit one on top of a building in Springfield, and then the very next day he hit one that could have gone through the brick building. It literally hit a sign that said mercy. I think he's proven what he can do in Double-A. I think it's now time for the next step. Nowhere near am I saying it's time to put him on the roster, but if he does do what he's doing now in AAA, then you've got to have a conversation that maybe you don't go acquire a bat, that bat is right here. And you get to save everybody in your roster. You get to keep the same chemistry, and you bring up a superhero that doesn't necessarily have to be one, because like we said, your team's not going to go under 500 the rest of the season. I don't believe so. So still, let's keep it going in the minors, but it's been nice to watch. So yeah, Omaha.
Future.
I thought he was going to say patience.
No. It's kind of like patience.
Yeah,
a
little bit.
Future,
it's a more exciting version, though.
Yeah, and once he comes up, though, then like that, like there's nothing else down there to get excited about. That's the thing. Like, he's the guy,
Carter Jensen's been great.
He's the guy right now
been great
that you want to look at and get excited about. Maybe Carter Jensen becomes trade bait, too, if you're looking to acquire a major league bat. Remember, in order to acquire a legitimate major league bat that's not hitting 197, you're going to have to part with some people, and that's okay. If you got somebody that's playing well in the minors right now, trade their ass.
It's
It's true. It's what the teams do that win. You trade these minor leaguers, hype them up, get veterans that have been proven at the big league level. You never hear from these minor leaguers again. In all of those trades that the Royals made in 14 and 15, there's one guy that you'd like, Sean Manaea, we wanted him for a hot minute back on the team. Everybody else is selling insurance right now and probably have a nice book of business built up because they haven't played Major League Baseball or professional baseball in quite some time.
One word on James Harden.
Overrated? I don't even know if that's the right term. Stinky? Not clutch? Zero?
Stinky.
Cooler?
Cooler. Okay.
What team has he made better?
Philadelphia.
I'd say Houston.
Houston was great.
He was great.
Just nothing.
But again,
shit.
when it mattered, yeah.
I mean, classic. I mean, this is
classic.
I mean, par for the course for
Normal?
James Harden. Yeah, I was just say this is just
Expected,
another day,
yeah.
another year of James Harden. Like, it's like just he's ready to go to Magic City and get the wings.
Yeah, he really is. Like, he's checked out.
Yeah.
He's going to Galveston, man.
No, I
And
feel
then-
like an idiot for convincing myself he would do differently this year.
And then you got
But
your
why?
guys' boy Russell Westbrook, who's getting the T, and the
he's killing it.
and then that just typical Russ.
Why did you buy into this guy when you know what the body of work is?
Who Harden?
I feel.
Oh.
I've always liked watching Harden. Kawhi was there. They were playing solo these last 2 months. I bought into both of them. Two guys who haven't done it in years.
I used to do in the kitchen through passing at Jack Stack. When somebody would come in with a handful of dishes, I'd do the James Harden, like the dribble to see where they'd go. And they'd be like, dude, stop.
Between the legs.
Oh, I'd just sit there and I'd be like, you ready? And they'd be like, okay.
That is his move.
It is. No, I mean, it's.
I used to love that.
It's a great move.
What does it lead to? Disappointment and tears for your fans.
Wide open shots.
All right, real quick. One word, Warriors, Wolves.
Yawn.
I mean, dude.
Are you going with your word?
Sweep.
Okay, there it is. He's calling a shot.
And then I will say, though, it's cool because you will have the new face of the league going against the current kind of face of the league.
He'll never be the face because of LeBron. You know, people argue that to the day they die.
Yeah.
But then again, as we've been talking about for weeks, go to any kids' basketball event and everybody's wearing Steph Curry.
No. Yeah.
Every kid is wearing Steph stuff. Every kid wants to shoot the three. Every kid wants to be Steph Curry. But yet LeBron is the face.
I'm just really interested if Steph were to magically win a title this year, what we would have a conversation about.
We'd have a hard conversation about a lot of things in sports. Insane conversation about things in sports, man.
That's
36 years old.
What would that be? His fifth title, too?
Five. All one team.
All with one team.
Yep.
All
Never
being
left.
the catalyst of that team.
And
Players
these
that
last
come
two
and go.
were like
and
with other players.
Changed-
No
Yeah.
KD.
Changed the game.
Yeah.
Made a standard of the NBA. One more than LeBron.
Yeah.
One multiple.
One short of Jordan.
Yeah,
Be
ties
amazing.
Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph winning is like what we would love to talk about. Now, you would hate it, but like, because you'd be like, who'd he beat?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
unfortunately, he
Probably,
beat the Celtics.
Yeah, but it does,
Again,
like if
that'd
he
be
does
sad.
that, it changes a lot of the thinking of the way we view sports now. I mean, he's in that Tom Brady category. He's in the Michael Jordan category. He becomes one of the greatest athletes that we've ever seen play.
100%.
Could you put him above LeBron if he won that
There's
title?
more titles than LeBron.
I wouldn't, but I mean, I would hear you more.
I mean, that
I
will be the
hear you
number
more.
one argument on ESPN the
Of
next
course,
day.
yes. Curry, LeBron.
Has
Yep.
Steph passed LeBron as the face and the most important player?
Because right now
in
it's
the
like Curry
NBA?
and Magic. He'd pass as the best. He'd be the best point guard ever. So, one word.
Is he
Nuggets,
better
Thunder.
than Magic, though? I mean, I don't know the answer to that question. He shoots better than Magic.
it
Of course,
depends.
everybody, he shoots better than everybody, but
I don't know. This is what I hate about comparing athletes.
Yeah,
Because it's just like, I don't know.
it's eras,
It's like
man.
LeBron or Jordan. It's like, well, LeBron's 6'6" and like 270. Jordan was 6'7". Jordan was like 6'6" and like 200. Like,
And I think they're both awesome and love watching them. You know what I mean? And
but
just
like
enjoy it.
body type, they're just.
But
different.
that's not a substantial answer in today's day and age of sports.
not.
You've got to scream at the top of your lungs and tell everybody why you believe this and never let go, even if you have evidence to change otherwise.
What's your last one word?
One word on. Let's do Celtics Knicks to end it. One
awesome?
word.
Yeah, exciting.
Great.
I'm excited for this because it's like it's all fun for the show. Team Knicks,
It is.
Team Boston, Team Chaos. and we're all here together for it.
Let's
so
do it.
we can make it relatable for everyone.
But
So.
again, it's not for all those I hate the NBA folks out there. It's not about the NBA. It is about the theater and drama. If you're going to sit down and watch a drama on Netflix tonight, make sure it's the Knicks and Celtics, because that will be better than any episode of Downton Abbey that you're going to watch.
I'm afraid that Shedeur Sanders could take the MJ Melendez route when it comes to talking to somebody that knows exactly what the hell they're talking about. Sometimes you just listen and follow suit. We'll do that on the other side here, 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, all of us love local, right? We love buying local products from local companies right here in Kansas City, because you know that money is staying right here in town. Well, my friends over at Hy-Vee, they're huge supporters of everything local right here in Kansas City. A ton of local brands and products that are made right here in KC. And here's something really cool that they're doing to support local companies. Today through Sunday, Hy-Vee is offering fuel saver deals on many of your local favorite products like Belfonte, Max Mix, Roastery Coffee. I'm drinking that this morning, just to name a few. So stack up those fuel savings and show your love for Kansas City. It happens all this week, only at Hy-Vee.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Crash together. So close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We've got feuding.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Honey, our new James Hardy siding from Powell Exteriors KC looks so good. Our house went from worst to first. The neighbor waved at me today with her whole hand. I'm ready for phase 2 of our home transformation. Let's call Powell about that new deck. They're offering financing at 0% for 18 months on everything. You should call today at 816-656-1160 or take another look at their stunning work on powellkc.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Gear? Check. Snacks? Check. Tires? Not so much. I didn't have time to deal with this, so I asked my friend. Her answer was simple. Take it to Telly, she said, and I'm so glad I did. They didn't just take care of my tires, they took care of me. We got you, they said, and they did. Fast, friendly, and stress-free. Now I know when life throws you a red card, take it to Telly. Stay in the game. Take it to Telly.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6812. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-6812. That's 800-575-6812.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
For over 8 years, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain, with over 50,000 satisfied patients. People with knee and back pain now living pain-free. Shoulder and hip pain, gone. What they're doing is nothing short of remarkable. They're using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in their achy joints. They're using biologic growth factors with robust healing properties, carefully and strategically placed in your joint. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life. The best part, with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. It's an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. Imagine doing all the things you enjoy this summer without being slowed down by that awful joint pain in your knees or your back. Call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatments that can help you live your best life. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Northland 35 southbound slows before Vivian stays sluggish down towards the Shoto Traffic Way. Heading inbound I-70, still some slowdowns past Van Brunt over towards 27th Street with construction blocking the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Here's an interesting stat I just saw on the internets.
Oh.
This is actually funny. Bill Belichick has more playoff wins than his girlfriend has had birthdays. 31 playoff wins to 24 birthdays.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you see the picture circulating of the picture of the two of them in the year 2000?
Yes.
I tried not to, but of course, she's like a baby. And
She's
just,
a newborn!
Yeah, like an infant.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do we have to do that? We understand.
Yeah, we get it.
Oh, it's insane, man. It really is. So anyway, we go to Bill Belichick time, man. It's just getting good. Every single day there's something new.
Gosh.
Well, now he's going to different outlets to try and kind of figure out how to wind this whole CBS chaos down.
Yeah, he's going to the Bears PR.
He's hiring the old Bears PR guy to get his act together.
Yeah.
Or to
Fabes is his name.
Fabes.
Yeah.
He wants to like get an outside source away from the whole situation and basically do a what would you do situation.
Why are teams and people so bad at public relations and stuff like this? Like, all you had to do was wear a shirt and tie and be a normal human being that we saw on TV for the last year in these interviews.
Or
instead
decline
of that
the interview.
Well, yeah. Or instead of being that surly SOB that nobody liked. What he has to understand now, he's not in the NFL anymore, right? Now it's all about public perception. Colleges aren't going to stand for that. Like, people who donate to colleges, they want their back scratched. That's why they do it. It's a you-know-what measuring contest for a lot of these people who write checks to colleges. Bill Belichick better understand that and better realize that, like, after a game, you know, there may be, like, the founder of some big company sitting in your office wanting to talk about the game, and you're going to have to do that because that guy's writing a big check for the university. Going to be interesting to see how Belichick, you know, deals with that. And also, too, you're on a book tour, bro. Like, be nice. Sell some books.
Yeah.
One question before I go, Tom. Do you think a college kid needs a Phantom, like a Rolls Royce?
Nah, hey, no, it's not a Phantom. It's a Rolls Royce Cousin.
I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend as much time in there as possible.
Thank you,
less
Tom.
time in the car and more time in the film room.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate
And I
that.
seen you have one too, Tom. Don't think I seen you.
I was just a rental. Hey, I had a few bucks in my pocket at that point. I'll see some car stories when we're together next time.
I mean, if you saw that video, you understand exactly why Shedeur Sanders was a fifth-round draft pick. There's nothing more that really needs to be said other than that video right there. He's more worried about what kind of car he's driving than playing football. And that's okay. Some people just like the athlete lifestyle. They don't necessarily like being the athlete. But you're also talking to the uber athlete of all time in Tom Brady, right? Like, that was the guy who just loved football. And he's talking to a guy who's in college at the time and saying, you don't need that kind of car. Tom Brady was his mentor. The Raiders did not draft the guy. That tells you a lot about Shedeur Sanders. He likes the athlete lifestyle. He may not like the work that has to go into being an athlete, because then we had that story over the weekend surface about now he's mad at the Giants for giving him a playbook with mistakes in it that he was supposed to find and chose not to do the homework and didn't have the answers. That's not the Giants' fault. That's your fault. That's how we start to separate people in this business. Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's mad. Mad at the Giants, I saw, because they put mistakes in the playbook. He was supposed to identify them.
Come on.
He didn't do the homework. Well, it makes our decision easy. If you're not willing to do the homework to get the job,
That's bad.
what are you going to do when you have the job? And so as the days go by, I'm not surprised at all that he was a fifth-round draft pick. He cared more about a Rolls Royce than doing what was necessary. Again, that was his mentor.
I do hate that he's like, don't act like I hate is a strong word. I dislike aggressively that instead of like answering to Tom, you know what, you're probably right. I probably should get my ass in the film room. He goes, I seen that you got one, Tom. You are talking to Tom Brady, dude.
Yes.
Like, he can have whatever he wants. He signed a $350 million thing with Fox after his career. Like, that's the problem I think that we get into, and I think that's what makes
it's a great pickup by you.
It's things that kind of just like make me. The older I get, I'm like, look, dude. I understand that guy did that, and that's why I go back to like the MJ thing. Like Brett's like, hey man, like keep your top hand like free, like let it go, like keep your leg kicked down, like you're doing things that are like not adding up, and it's like yeah, but I mean like I saw you do this. It's like, dude, that's George Brett. Okay, that's top 5 greatest baseball players to ever put cleats on and play the sport. Listen, shut up, and if you are as successful, or if you are half as successful as George Brett, then you can do whatever you want. Shedeur, if you're 2 rings in the Super Bowl, 1 MVP, then you can be like, Tom, remember when you got your Phantom? It's like, now it's not that place. Just like you're right,
Tom was almost like, wait, what?
He's like, it was a rental, and at that time, I had change in my like Tom, the guy that we all grew up. We all watched hating because he was a winner and did good things. Even still, kind of low key was like humble and honest. He's like, well, first off, it was a rental. I didn't pay for it, and at the time, I could have because I had done so much in the film room that displayed on the field that I was able to purchase whatever the hell I wanted. You're a 21, 22-year-old kid who's riding daddy's coattails, and everybody now knows it, and now you're on your own to prove it. And if you don't, everybody wins, and if you do, you win. What do you want more? Do you want to prove everybody wrong?
Right.
Or do you want to prove everybody right? Because proving everybody right is the easy route to take. Proving everybody wrong is going to take some ego checking. It's going to take some work. It's going to take this, hey, you're going to have to just go, off the grid and become your own individual person because you've lived your whole life as, your dad's kid. Now you've got to try to break that chain and become your own name and your own person where people go, yeah, that's Deion's son, to that's Shedeur Sanders. And by buying a Phantom, do whatever you want with your money. I don't care. But know that like what people think of you and what people are going to expect of you, and you do that, they're going to go back to this over and over again and be like, yeah, he told Tom. He's like, well, you have one. Why can't I have one? He's Tom Brady.
Because he's Tom
you're
Brady and you're not. I mean, that really was kind of what Tom's answer was. Well, I'm Tom Brady. You're not. But Tom doesn't even have that type of ego to say something like that, but kind of did, in that situation. And Shedeur Sanders, man, like he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
He rolls up as a 5th-round draft pick to the first practice of the team. The other veterans see that. There may be a late hit in practice on Shedeur Sanders. Like, guys aren't going to put up with that in the NFL. That's the biggest jump. And that's why I think a lot of college coaches have a tough time in the NFL, because these are grown men. These are adults. These are working men that are out there doing this. It's not college anymore. Things change. It's going to be interesting to see how this era of these NIL babies, I call them, adapt to life in the NFL, coming in and already having that kind of money in their pocket because of college, or just being propped up on their college campus to think that they're somebody special and important. They're not. Like, if Shedeur Sanders rolls into Cleveland thinking he's God's gift and he's something special, he's going to be walking out of Cleveland real fast. And then once you leave Cleveland, well, that's the end of the world. So you got nowhere else to go, So
is that one guy? Is he still their defensive coordinator? I can't stand him. What's his name? He was the head coach of Detroit.
Oh, yeah, Jim Schwartz. Yeah,
right. He's
yeah.
still their D
I think
coordinator?
so, yeah.
Something tells me in training camp, hey, let Miles go free.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Exactly.
let him meet Miles
The
Garrett for the
offensive
first
coordinator
time.
may say that to Jim Schwartz. Hey, let this guy go free. We need to send a message
Or
right
the
now.
left tackle.
Yeah, whoever.
Hey,
right?
let Miles go free. Oh, I thought you'd
Yeah,
never ask.
yeah, right. Hey, fine, done. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this totally look like a
Welcome
the
to the
book
league,
tender out
kid.
there. But that's where we've got to go, man. With a lot of these kids that are going to be coming now into the NFL and into the NBA for that matter, and maybe even into baseball. But a lot of those baseball kids are entitled anyway when they get up here. I mean, it costs a lot to play baseball. You have to be a rich kid anymore in America to play the game, and so I think it's going to be very interesting to see some of these NIL kids that got a couple of $1 million in their pocket from college adjust to life in the NFL. Because when you get to the NFL, there's not one player in there that cares what you did at Colorado or Kansas or Nebraska or Illinois or any of these places. Nobody cares what you've done in college. You've got to go prove yourself in the NFL. And if you walk in thinking that you've already won and you've already proven everybody wrong because you got an NIL deal in college, you ain't going to be long for the NFL, man. You aren't.
Royals played tonight against the White Sox. Wait, what else goes on tonight? There's not one, but 2 NBA games.
Oh, yeah.
And there's NBA drama from the weekend.
Heck yeah.
Plus there's big game James.
You know
Plus
it.
there's a coachless team. Smash. Plus there's a legend that's no longer. Ties to a local team. All that next here on 96.5 The Fan. Your home for Kansas City sports. It's today.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, man, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have made our lawn look outstanding. I was out having a walk on Saturday morning, real early, out there on the trail walking, and I see my neighbor coming in the other way. He's got the dogs, and he comes up to me and he fist bumps me. He goes, man, your lawn looks awesome. I'm like, see, I'm getting recognition from the other guys in the neighborhood. And you know how big that is for some of these other guys to compliment somebody else's lawn because they're out there trying to make their lawn look awesome as well. And their lawns look good, but mine's the best looking lawn on the block now because of Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And when the other guys are complimenting you on it, you know that you had a great job done to your front lawn. And the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have done amazing work for us. Our grass is green, it's lush, it's beautiful, there's no weeds, it's cut perfect every single time. And now we're waiting for the mosquito dome to be put on our house because that's going to be the best part of all of this is sitting outside during the spring and summer and not having to worry about mosquitoes or fleas and ticks on the dog. So get Aspen Lawn and Pest Control out to your house. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and that pest control. And if you mention this ad, they'll give you half off your first application. So expect the best. Don't wait. Call today or just visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Hi, Mia here at the winnings desk of the Missouri Lottery. So, I wanted to write a thank you note for every dollar Missouri Lottery players have given to Missouri and education. But that would be 8.4 billion notes. So to save a little time and a whole lot of paper, here's just one. Dear every single lottery player in Missouri, thank you for helping us give $8.4 billion to Missouri and education. Sorry, my trumpet's in the shop. The Missouri Lottery. Winners welcome and play responsibly.
Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's premier Wagyu beef meat market, has even more convenient ways for you to shop. In addition to their location at 135th and Metcalf, they're now open at 95th and Knoll. Baseball is back. Time to get your game day grill going. Whether you're looking to wow your family with a meal at the ballpark or sear the best steak ever while listening to the game on the deck, Booth Creek Wagyu experts are ready to help you pick out something unforgettable. Booth Creek Wagyu, now with 2 locations, open 7 days a week or at boothcreekwagyu.com.
We're hiring residential garage door installers at Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. Join the team trusted here since 1927. Apply today, get a call today. No experience necessary. Paid training for motivated applicants to install garage doors. Hiring bonus up to $2,500. Mechanical, carpentry, or service industry experience is a plus. Good benefits include health, dental, vision, and pension. Earn as you learn to service the best garage door customers in KC. Apply today at overheaddoorkc.com.
BetMGM is making your next golf tournament winner bets more exciting with Second Chance. What's Second Chance? Ever bet on your favorite golfer to win a tournament only to see them miss the green? Well, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your tournament winner bet finishes in second instead. That's right. Simply bet on any player to win a scheduled golf tournament during a promotional week. If you're right, you win. But if your pick finishes in second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Watch your favorite players go for the win all season long and bet knowing you'll get your stake back if they finish second. Log in today and make your picks with confidence with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Midwest Auto Services, Missouri side, 470 southbound slows at 40 Highway, then moves better briefly, and then it bogs down before Lakewood. It stays very heavy down past Woods Chapel with an accident blocking the left lane. Is driving your vehicle like fighting a wild bull? Does it lead, pull, or feel out of sync when you accelerate or brake? Are you replacing tires a lot due to poor wear? Let Midwest Auto Services check your alignment. Call 816-224-4247 or MidwestAutoservices.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan.
What's up, KC? This is Matt Quattrero. On your way home from the ballpark, make sure to listen to Vern's postgame show right here on 96.5 The Fan. I will not be listening.
96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station.
Do you sports hate Draymond Green? Like him last night at the game's over, putting his hands on his knees and going right to the camera.
Classic.
And, or is it like there's some minor, not minor, there's some heels in the playoffs still.
Big time, yeah.
Brunson. I think he's a heel.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think Ant's either way. Either love him or you hate him. Because you know there's somebody that's like, God, I hate that guy. He's so arrogant. What's he proven? And then there's somebody like, dude, this guy's awesome.
That's funny, yeah.
Right? Rudy Gobert.
Great one. Yeah. Maybe.
Russell Westbrook. I mean, Russell Westbrook took a dunk while the game was over and squashed and literally hung on the rim, twirling around, getting a technical foul.
He doesn't have many
then
good
mocked
postseason
it,
moments.
Threw it up in the air and said, take your ass home. That's heel. That's heel mentality.
Like, you're right.
There's more than I thought.
I think Shedeur Sanders is going to create that, as we were talking about last segment. I think, I think the majority of people are rooting against Shedeur Sanders, and that's unfortunate. But you know what? That's the bed you made, too, though. I mean, like, I understand Deion and all that kind of stuff. Deion, as a dad, did what he was supposed to do and gave that kid an opportunity. I don't know that he necessarily handled the opportunity the best. And so because of that, I think people sports hate Shedeur Sanders, right? I think that, and that's fair. I'm sure a lot of people sports hate Patrick Mahomes.
They should.
And they should.
He's like we sports hated John Elway.
Yeah.
This just might not be sports hate. This just might be hate.
This is Game 7. You know how much it means to Harden, how much it means to the Clippers organization trying to go on an extended postseason run. They had 1 quarter of energy. It happened to be the first quarter. Since that point, the Nuggets have dominated.
Well, they have, and James Harden, obviously, 2 for 8. You'd like to see him. I'd rather it be 2 for 18. You know, just be aggressive, looking to score. But I do wonder if fatigue playing a role with this Clippers team.
Fatigue. We're starting to talk about fatigue in a league where guys take off every other game in the regular season. That stuff ain't gonna fly.
Man,
they played over 40 minutes in Game 6, man. He was tired, didn't have the legs.
Tough. I mean, maybe if you played all games all season long, you'd be ready to go for the postseason. I don't know. Just my take on the whole thing, you know. Jordan never had fatigue.
No, he had a flu and still played well.
Still played well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My day.
It's true.
You know, got hit in the face, you just lick the blood off with your tongue. You'd have a trainer come over and like spray you down.
I think part of the problem today, though, is in sports in general, is that these guys are making so much money it just doesn't matter to them. Like back in those days, you win in the playoffs, you got huge bonuses that mattered. Now you're getting, and I hate to be this guy, say you advance, you get like a $200,000 bonus. That's not a lot of money for a lot of these NBA players. Like the juice isn't worth the squeeze for a lot of these guys, especially when you have guaranteed contracts and they've all got their money. And baseball players, I mean, my God, the incentive for a baseball player once they get paid to go out there and do anything is zero because they've already gotten paid, with a guaranteed contract. So I don't know what the answer is. The fatigue thing is not it, but I do know that James Harden is one of the least clutch athletes of our generation.
This entire block just made me smile when I saw it for the first time. Like when you put it together.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday. Because I just hear Bob's voice. Like there are 3 minute topics in here. This guy sucks. Is the first line of
He does. Like James Harden is a name, but he's not as good as his name is.
And then the second one is Denver coach. NBA coach, the most useless job in sports.
Find me a more useless job in professional sports than an NBA coach. Seriously, text him in. I mean, first base coach ranks up there. That's a pretty useless job. Anybody could coach. It really should be just the last batter who made the last out coach first. You're just holding the shin guard.
He's the ghost runner in extra innings.
And you don't even need to yell "get back" anymore because you only get 2 throws over. So it's not like you're working out there. Like the first base coach, man, that's an ass scratcher job. You just stand out there and scratch yourself. and then the NBA coach is right there with it as well. Denver is proving. There's who's coaching that team right now. Does it matter? They won the first round of the playoffs. And they're firing a coach who won a championship.
Yeah, I wish I could argue it more. I mean, Adelman's been great, but in those 48 minutes that they're on the court, I mean, legitimately, he's the player coach. Jokic is coaching them. He's drawing up the plays. He's telling people where to go. I mean, he is.
I mean, you've got to go out there and want to play. Like
in between games, I'm sure Adelman's doing great film reviews and adjustments.
Oh, I bet. I mean, it's probably top notch.
and
all the guys are looking at the sky, thinking they'd be anywhere else and listening to this guy.
And then go ahead, Mac. And
I mean, the Lakers hired a podcaster to be their coach.
You want me to read that last one?
Yeah.
The last topic from Bob's trio of NBA. Pop out. If I were Bill Self, I would take the Spurs job based solely on the way the fan base acted this year. Spoiled brats.
Did you see the way the KU basketball fan base behaves?
I love it. That's
Did you see the way that I'm going to say the vocal minority because it's not fair, but the vocal minority that's present on social media, text line, calling in, all that kind of stuff. Did you see the way that the KU fans, for the first time in 50 effing years, handled a little bit of adversity? A little bit of adversity, and KU fans sucked.
Oh, they were
whining. And I mean,
what the heck?
The amount of hate that was being thrown out for Bill Self this past year from alleged KU fans.
He's lost it.
Disgusting.
We're having ribeye tonight, not fillets.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now you sound like my daughter. I don't want ribeye. There's too much fat in that. I want the meat with no fat. I don't eat the damn ribeye. It's the best.
We have the twice baked potatoes. I guess the baked potato will work.
Yeah, you're not going to bake it another time. No, I'm busy. But that's what it was.
Move.
Right. 100%. Like, I was appalled by the behavior of KU fans towards Bill Self this year. Like, it really was disgusting the way that fans acted. If anybody deserves a free pass in this town, it's Bill Self, right? Had a down year where they still made the tournament, right? That's a down year. Pop resigned on Friday. One of the greatest NBA, and he is a great NBA coach. That's why he stands out. I mean, just phenomenal coach, right? And back-to-back rookies of the year, and now the potential to get Giannis down there. I'm like, man, Pop's coming back. Let's go. And then he announces his resignation, and he's out. And so they got some clown in there. I don't know who it is, Jim Johnson or somebody you never heard of before. But maybe after next season, Bill Self looks around and goes, you know what? I'm not appreciated here anymore. And that's the worst thing for a coach or a player or anybody to feel like they're not appreciated. And I'm watching this from afar last year, seeing what people are saying and ripping on Bill Self and criticizing Bill Self. I'm like, that guy's done nothing but be the best head coach in the history of this university. And there were people still upset with the way that things went last year. That's just a spoiled little brat kind of fan. And if I'm Bill Self, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm at the end of I don't want to deal with recruiting. I don't want to deal with NIL. any of that kind of stuff. And I sure as hell don't want to deal with a certain portion of a fan base that's pissed that we weren't a 1 seed this year and is acting like it's the end of the world.
We're having Clico tonight. Normally it's Ace of Spades.
Like, sorry, the Kim Crawford that you like is out, and your Yeti glass.
Franzia tonight out of the bag.
Like, I'd be honest with you,
Normally
man.
it's Court.
Go. I'd tell Bill to go.
I mean, you
at
would
this
get
point.
Wemby.
You get back-to-back rookies of the year, and maybe adding Giannis into the mix.
Oh God! If I'm the Lakers, you better have somebody at that doorstep right now. Be like, Giannis, sit down. We'll get LeBron out.
Yeah,
but you come in, and it's you and Luka. Okay,
now you're talking.
That'd
about
be awesome.
fun, right?
Be great.
I mean,
Great.
that has to be a selling ploy.
It's a good basketball fit too.
Yeah,
it's got to be a selling ploy. Hey, you come be the star. Well, I don't know, man. LeBron's there. It's always LeBron. What if he's not there?
But you got Bronny James, and there's another young James coming.
Bryce is coming.
Bryce is coming. Yeah, does Bronny is there a clause when LeBron is done, so is Bronny?
Probably.
What's worse, the Shador Sanders or the Bronny James?
Well, Bronny
situation?
made more threes in his rookie debut than Michael Jordan.
Okay, because I think a lot of it is the
About
same.
Michael Jordan,
right? What's a worse situation? I think the Shador Sanders. But again, LeBron got his kid drafted. But again, you're a dad and you're doing what you're supposed to do for your kid, right?
You think LeBron's situation's worse, or Shador's who's the dad?
No, the kid.
The kid who's in a worse situation.
Bronny,
I think.
Yeah,
you think
Shador's
so?
already made a ton of money. I mean, obviously Bronny doesn't have to do anything. He made a good NIL, but dude, Stephen A. Smith's getting in arguments and all this stuff going on podcasts. Nobody's going on podcasts being like, Dion, I'm sorry for talking about your kid. Dion's like, talk about him. I don't care. No pub is bad
point.
pub.
Yeah, Dion's I'm fine with it, kind of. He's kind of giving his blessing.
And you can make an argument Shador Sanders is a good football player. It's a lot harder to make that argument for Bronny in basketball.
No, that's a really good point, Mac. I think you're right about that.
So
but time will tell in the NFL.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's Bronny. Because Bronny's also not vocal. Shador's I don't care what they say. Haters hate. Legendary. F it. Whatever.
Gatorade.
Whereas Bronny Jr.'s just I just want to win, Jen. I don't. It's there's nothing. I just
want to win, Jen.
Yeah, I just I'm not coming out and saying anything. So I think Shador also kind of owns it. So it's you can't really. I don't know. I think the worst situation is LeBron because we saw what happened. He got drafted. They went in the same time, and then G League, and then he can't shoot. He can't whatever.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's tough. Must be nice to be in that situation either way.
Yeah, right.
No doubt about it. Coming up, Vern, our guy, Josh Verner. He'll join us on the other side here on Fescoe and Dusty. And I want to ask him how long it took for his hand to heal after he shook Jack Caglianone. It's 96.5 The Fan, your home for Royals baseball.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes content from the show. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics know what they're doing, and they've been doing it for a long time now. For over the last 8 years, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain, and they have over 50,000 satisfied patients. Think about that. 50,000 people went to QC Kinetics, and they're feeling so much better. And those are people with knee and back pain now living pain-free, shoulder and hip pain, all of that is gone. Pain. And they're living their lives again. And what they're doing is nothing short of remarkable. They're using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. They're using biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed right in your joints. It's powerful, it's potent, and it gives your joints new life, repairing that old tissue. The best part is with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. It's an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. And with 50,000 satisfied patients, it's time for you to make that call. Imagine doing all the things that you love this summer without being slowed down by that awful joint pain in your knees, your back, your hip, or anywhere. So call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatments that can help you live your best life. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and you know me, love to golf, love to watch baseball, and there's only one thing better than Surfside and baseball, and that's Surfside iced teas and lemonades plus vodka on the golf course. That's right. It's golf season, and there's no better way to drink and enjoy the golf game on the golf course. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and real brewed tea. Only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So cheers to hitting those fairways. Cheers to watching those boys in blue just continue to heat up as the weather and the temperatures do as well. And cheers to Surfside, the official canned cocktail of the Kansas City Royals. Must be 21 years old or older. Please drink responsibly.
I'm sure everyone says this, but my mom really deserves the world. This year, I finally found a Mother's Day gift that comes close. She loves Hellsberg, so I'm getting her these timeless gold earrings she can enjoy for years to come. They feel special enough to show how much I truly appreciate everything she does for me. And I mean everything. I even sent my dad a link to the Diamond Eternity band he'll be getting her, too.
Save up to 50% on Mother's Day gifts Mom will cherish forever. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you.
It's time to make the exterior of your home or business stand out, and my friends at CertaPro Painters will get the job done right. CertaPro Painters are the folks we choose for our home, and they're the ones you should choose as well. I love the fact that they work around our schedule, making the process as easy as possible. And I know with CertaPro, I can count on them to make my home look awesome. So schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C for your home or business. Call now and ask about their spring sales event going on now through May 15th.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Summer is better with True Green, especially at a price this low. For a limited time, get 75% off your first treatment and enjoy your lawn without overspending. With True Green, you get expert care and a plan tailored to fit your lawn's needs, so it looks best while you save big. Let the pros handle the hard work while you enjoy the results, relax more, and keep more money in your pocket. A great lawn has never been this easy or this affordable. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com. Restrictions apply.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side, 470 southbound recovering. You may encounter a slowdown past 40 highway down towards Lakewood, but the earlier accident past Woods Chapel has cleared. Inbound I-70 still slowing from Van Brunt over towards Jackson Avenue, with construction taking away the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Welcome back to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Long-time listener and supporter of you because you tell it like it is.
Here's our Royals insider, Josh Vernier.
That's right, Monday, 8:20, Vern joins the show that we call Fescoe and Dusty, and it is your home for Kansas City sports. Vern, back home tonight. The people are probably going to be more excited than they were when they left the last time because these boys are rolling. They're 11-2 in their last 13. They're starting to hit the ball a little bit better, 4.3 runs in that 13-game span. And boy, has Michael Garcia been great, but I have to ask you, Vern, how long did it take you to realize that your hand is going to be okay after shaking Jack Caglianone's?
Well, he didn't hurt me.
Oh, he destroyed my hand.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
no,
soft.
he's a monster. He's a huge dude, but no, there was no pain inflicted. Was he trying to stunt on you guys? Was he letting you know that he was there?
No, he just showed up at the typical pregame, the shorts, the socks rolled down.
But you brought up the handshake. I mean, was he trying to
Oh, no. I think
flex
it's
on
just
y'all with the handshake?
No, I think it's just his normal grip.
Oh, okay.
Like I think it's just that's just a man child. Good hell. And then of course put one on top of the building in front of us and gave us the salute. So my curse.
So you guys are friends now? This is just a long way to say that you're friends with Jack Caglianone?
Yeah, we're pretty much boys, man. Like, we're
nice.
We're pretty much boys, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe he'll invite me to his wedding. He is engaged.
Well, it'll certainly pay off because the crowds of people that used to swarm Eric Hosmer, Jack Caglianone could have this entire city eating out of his hand. He has all the talent in the world and personality for days.
Well, and that's the key right there, the personality for days. I mean, Bobby is going to be the greatest player in this generation, obviously, but that doesn't mean Jack Caglianone can't be the most loved, if you will, because Dusty did bring it up kind of with that Haas type of mentality. And look, Haas was the leader of this whole operation for, 6 years that he was here. That was the guy. Jack Caglianone can be that guy, can he? And still have Bobby be the best player on the team?
Certainly. Now, I haven't been around Cags enough to know his personality as far as leadership is concerned, right? Being around him in spring training, he was, he's always seen, but he was seen, not heard. He's a rookie in a big league camp, so he kind of got in where he fit in. But, once he gets his feet wet at the big league level, has a little bit of success, then we'll have the opportunity to see what type of true leader he was. Eric Hosmer, one of the best that we've been around. And, Vinny, Salvi right now are doing a tremendous job inside of that clubhouse. During that elongated offensive funk, you didn't see Vinny or Michael Massey or Jonathan India hanging their heads, pointing fingers, feeling bad for themselves. They were celebrating the wins, giving credit to the pitching staff, and confident that their group would turn it around. And as Dusty mentioned with the numbers, the offense certainly looking like it's turning it around.
Also, too, with this team and the way that they're, starting to win some games and get above 500, it starts to, all right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Who are we going to go after? And now you start to look at, kind of an outfield bat. Michael Garcia, I said last week, second best player on this team. Obviously, Drew Waters is playing really good right now. You got Isbell playing good, but you still need a bat on this team. Have you heard anything yet, some names that we can maybe start looking at to acquire that could help this team later in the season?
No, I mean, nothing other than the usual names that are expiring contracts or names that the Royals have showed interest in the past. Again, just flipping the calendar to May, we're still, 3 months away from the trade deadline, still a month and a half away from even the uber-aggressive J.J. Piccolo, I think, from pulling the trigger, as we've seen already in the first 35 games. Drew Waters within your own organization comes up and really, since getting that boost of confidence, finding out that I'm staying in the big leagues, that MJ Melendez is the guy being sent down. Waters is hitting .333 with an OPS north of 900. So I think you continue to see what you have in-house. I had a caller last night dial me up, and very nice win. When are they getting rid of Hunter Dozier? Hunter Renfroe. He asks, I know he's hitting a little bit better of late, but when are we getting rid of Hunter Renfroe? And my response was, well, he can't be hitting. you can't overlook him doing the things that you want him to do. So, not to mention the money that he's still making. So I think we got to get at least a little bit deeper into May before we start talking about replacing players. Now, as far as a specific name, I heard you mention Taylor Ward, Luis Roberts on basically an expiring contract in Chicago, and we all know how well those two front offices work together. And we also know that the Royals, in my opinion, as it stands right now, we're going to hold all the cards going into that deadline on July 31st because they have, as of right now, knock on wood, quite a bit of big league pitching depth. We saw Noah Cameron come up here and throw take a no-hitter into the 7th inning. Michael Lorenzen, despite the 4 home runs that he gave up yesterday, is still putting up numbers comparable with any number 5 starter in Major League Baseball. Kyle Wright looked good in his rehab assignment on Friday, getting up to 60 pitches. His contribution at the big league level might not be all that far away, not to mention all of the minor league pitching talent that you have. So when you have pitching and the deadline's approaching, you call the shots. And with a front office that's already aggressive, an owner that I think is already done with what a wild card team looks like, I think he wants a division title now. I have no reason to believe that they won't. Just like they did last year to acquire Lucas Erceg, part with the pitching prospect to possibly bring in that middle of the lineup bat along with a Jack Caglianone. If you could throw a Cags and a trade acquisition into this lineup in the second half of the season with Maikel Garcia, with Drew Waters, and the big 4 at the top, man, now we're talking about a division title type of offense.
Vern, 19-16, the record the boys in blue have currently. I said today I don't think they'll be under 500 for the rest of the year, partially because their next 4 series, they play 4 teams that have one team, a 500 or better record, and that team is the Houston Astros. 1 game above it, obviously Boston at 500. We don't need to talk about the White Sox, but 3 games above 500. I don't think 4 out of 4 is a stretch against the White Sox, and then, move on and take care of business elsewhere. But I think there's some truth to that. They may not fall under 500 the rest of the year.
Yeah, I hope you're right. And, yeah, it's sound logic. Cole Reagans returns to the hill, followed by Lugo, Waka, and Bubic going up against that Chicago White Sox team. You certainly want 3 of 4 if you're calling for the sweep. I'm all about it. But, yeah, you look at the next 13 games. 4 with Chicago, 3 against the Red Sox, a trio in Houston, and then 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals. You look at this homestand, and you want obviously a winning homestand, a 5-win homestand. And then I look at the Houston, the St. Louis series, give me another 3 wins there. So an 8-5 stretch going into that big series in San Francisco against a very well-rounded Giants team. That would put them 3-6 games above 500. And with this pitching staff, certainly no reason to think that they'll dip below 500 again. But, you're always one injury away, one, elongated pitching funk away. For as good as the offense has been, keep it up, right? Keep it up on this homestand. Continue to instill confidence in guys that have been laying their head on the pillow over the first month of the season, beating themselves up because of their lack of contribution. I can't imagine how much fun that plane ride back from Baltimore was when a guy like Vinny, India, Massey, 3 of the most disappointing bats in the first month of the season, they all go bridge in that game. I can't imagine there was anybody on that plane yesterday not necessarily deep down feeling the celebration. Everyone contributed to, if not yesterday's 11-6 victory, everyone has contributed to this stretch in which they've won 11 of 13. So the confidence is sky high. They know who's in the other dugout, but this team to me has a clear-eyed focus now. And I think the fan base should reflect that. Chest out, eyes forward.
Yep.
With the eyes focused on the Detroit Tigers. and climb into the top of this division.
Vern, is this considered a minor league rehab start tonight for Cole Reagan since he's going against the White Sox?
It might be, but it does count towards his big league service time. So
Okay.
no, we're not going to call it a rehab assignment.
Is it fair for me last week saying Garcia is the second best player on this team right now?
Yeah, that's certainly fair. Listen, I remember I had a scout tell me that Drew Waters was going to be a $100 million player because he can do everything on the field, right? He's a 5-tool player, and we're seeing that since he got back to the big leagues. But Maikel Garcia, I was diving into the numbers yesterday. Okay, so his batting average, .319, is top 15 in Major League Baseball. So he hits for average. Power-wise, on average, he hits the ball harder per swing than anybody in baseball. So he hits for average, he hits for power. We all know about that cannon right arm when he's over there at third base. Defensively, StatCast says he's one of the 25 best defensive infielders in the game. Not third baseman, but shortstop, second base. So he.
And I was going to go one step further, Vern, and even say that I think next to Bobby, he's your best infielder on this team. And now you've got the numbers to match it up, too.
And throw in base running. I know he got off to a rough start this season, but last year he was statistically, according to Fangraphs, one of the 5 best base runners in the game. So he can run, he can throw, he can field, he can hit for average, and he can hit for power. That's the next guy you pay. That's a $100 million athlete right there. If you can play shortstop and do everything else, yeah, you are a terrifically well-rounded 5-tool player, and it just so happens he's lining up next to the best 5-tool player on the planet. No, you're 100% right, and boy, is it fun to watch this dude. Just swagger, confidence, craves the big moments, and the way this team's playing, there'll be plenty of big moments coming up.
You mentioned Drew Waters, too, being a $100 million player. It's nice to know how a guy can perform when he's not worried about being sent back down to the minor leagues, you know? And I don't think Drew Waters has to worry about that, but we're finally seeing him. It's funny with guys like him and Garcia, Vern, you know, like there are guys, they've been here for a while. It doesn't feel like it's that exciting, but we should be excited about this. These are 2 minor league guys that you've kind of had in your system for a while now that have come up and are producing at the big league level and taking the pressure off some of these guys that haven't been producing. Drew Waters has been a great call-up for this team.
That 2-run, 2-out RBI knock on a changeup low and away yesterday to put the Royals ahead was I mean, he's swinging through that every single at-bat of his career prior to this season, and it's a great point as far as when you have that belief breathed into you by your organization, right? The first time really since they acquired Drew Waters, when they sent MJ Melendez down, that was really the first time this organization has told him with their actions, we believe in you. It's a lot like Ryan O'Hearn, who we just saw in Baltimore. You know, Mike Matheny said all of the right things about how we believe in Ryan O'Hearn, and then he never put him in the lineup. Used him as a pinch hitter, as a platoon bat, never really had that belief breathed into him by the organization. Baltimore's done that, and now, you know, Ryan O'Hearn's taken off, and I think everybody in Kansas City, it's always funny with Bro Hearn. Even when he beats him on Friday, everyone's like, well, and Dusty, I think you even tweeted it, and it had to be O'Hearn. If you're going to lose to someone, let it be Bro Hearn, because I think he's, like Drew Waters, a reflection of just how far confidence and belief from your boss, just how far that can carry you.
Vern, I want to have this conversation real quickly because I don't think I'm being egregious here when it comes to Caglianone. Like, I think it's time for Omaha. Am I wrong?
Oh, no. Okay. It's hard to argue, and I think the actions of the organization say the same thing, right? He plays right field in back-to-back days this weekend, and it really looks like he's just standing up at the box, ready to do damage. And, you know, just watching the at-bats this weekend, it did seem as if he was overmatching these pitchers. So, yeah, you want to bump him up to Omaha, you're not going to hear any complaints.
Does he get up to the big league level, though, this year, or are we still slow playing that one?
Well, if he dominates AAA, I mean, if he could put up, 1,000 OPS and make their pitching look silly, and there's a spot for him at the big league level, most certainly. I think him and a trade acquisition could lengthen this lineup to a place where it can stack up with the best of the best in the American League, and that's, of course, so long as everyone can stay healthy, especially those top four. Salvi, less than a week away from his 35th birthday, that hip starting to bark, and I can't imagine that stuff is going to happen less as the months go by. So honestly, as the season goes by, I'd like to see someone push Salvi for that number 4 spot in the lineup. If you could drop him, have less pressure on the captain to carry the team at 35 while he's also catching, that would be ideal. So maybe that's your trade acquisition, is a guy to maybe drop Salvi to that 5 spot, and then Cags can come in and start maybe hitting in the 6 or 7 spot.
Vern, what level of stupid as an awesome thing is currently happening with Aaron Judge and that batting average?
Yeah, well, it was 432 yesterday. I knew it was up there.
He has almost a 100-point lead over the guy who's number 2.
Is it still? Yeah.
He's at 423, and Goldschmidt's at 347. I've never seen a discrepancy like that.
No. I mean, well, I guess I don't know what the on-base percentage was for Bonds back in 01. I'm sure there was a wild discrepancy there, but he was also cheating. And for every reason why we love Bobby, Aaron Judge is cut from that same cloth as far as just being a good dude, a great ambassador for the game, and one of the greatest hitters we've ever seen. Certainly the best hitter of our generation, and maybe the best since Albert Pujols. It's wild that the batting average is that high, and I don't think the average sports fan is really aware of it. Honestly, I think outside of New York, sports fans are tired of Aaron Judge, to be quite honest. Maybe I'm alone in that, but I just haven't heard enough talk about, like you said, a crazy statistic that when I was a kid would have been front page news more days than not.
I think the problem with Aaron Judge is pretty simple. He doesn't win when it matters most, and people are tired of the regular season stuff,
And that's fair. He did blow it last October.
I mean, the 5th inning alone. My
Yeah.
dad gets, sends my sister and I stuff all the time. Look what Judge is doing. My sister always responds back on the family thread, and she goes, do it in October. Don't care till October. And there's something to be said for that, man. That's when legends are made in baseball. Like, I was reading something about the Chiefs today, and they were talking about their offensive tackle Simmons. They're like, he may not come back till January, but that's when the Chiefs season begins anyway. So,
100%,
you've got to do it in the postseason to be considered one of these great
uniform.
players. Yeah,
No
in
doubt.
that uniform especially, yeah.
Yeah. With when the Royals were in New York, I'm going to a commercial break, and I posed the question, does anyone hate Aaron Judge? And during the commercial break, someone on the text line says, the only people that hate Aaron Judge are Yankees fans in October. I think that's correct.
That's a great line, Vern. That is fantastic.
Vern,
well, it was my line. It wasn't a texter. You know what? I'll take
right.
it.
Yeah, you take credit for that. That's really good.
What's what we got given away tonight on the pitch clock?
Yeah. Brady Singer, Ellie De La Cruz, and the Cincinnati Reds coming to town later this month. I have tickets to the Tuesday game, the Wednesday game. I'll let the contestant pick which game they go to if they win. So be listening tonight for the On Deck Show beginning at 5:30.
Also, Alex is still salty they pulled Bubich after 76 pitches because he needed one more strikeout.
He should be.
Yeah.
He needed one more punch out, and he would have hit a big old parlay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Vern. Well, we'll have you on tonight. Hopefully these guys can sweep these White Sox and just continue to stay above 500.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
You bet. Josh Vernier there, our Royals insider here on 96.5 The Fan. They play the White Sox tonight. Bob, I'm with you, man. I think a sweep is what you're going for.
Yeah, you have to go for a sweep of this series, right? You don't get many opportunities to face teams that aren't very good. Go back last week. It was Colorado, right? Everybody came in here thinking, okay, if you take 2 out of 3. No, it wasn't good enough to take 2 out of 3 from Colorado. Just like it's not good enough to take just 3 out of 4 from the White Sox. This is a team right now that just isn't a very good team. I think they have 10 wins on the year right
10
now.
and 24.
Right? 10 and 24. They're not playing great baseball. These are the opportunities to separate yourself because Cleveland and Detroit aren't wasting these opportunities, and Cleveland and Detroit are ahead of you in the standings right now. Not that matters. It's May. Nothing of that mindset matters at this point in time, but what matters are those games in front of you. And when you have an opportunity to play against the White Sox, you got to take advantage of that opportunity because eventually it's going to turn around. You're going to have 3 against the Yankees, or you're going to have 3 against, the Red Sox, or 3 against some good team that'll be coming up, and you'll look back and go, damn, I wish we would have just swept the White Sox. And so go out there and sweep the White Sox. That's the goal. That's not an overachieving goal. That's not me thinking, oh, my God, this is craziness. They're the White Sox. They're not good. You're the Royals. You're a good baseball team. Go out there and take advantage and feast on this.
Royals minus 250 tonight on the money line. And the over-under 7.5. So 3-1, Royals win is what Vegas thinks this game will be.
All they need is 4.
That's right. 3-1 is a number. 8675309. That was Jenny's number. Somebody's got to get their own number. At least that's the way they do it in New York. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Michael Waka, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, tonight's the night. If you're going to be headed out, go to Foaling and play Bar League Jeopardy. Every Monday night they have Bar League Jeopardy, and it's the only place you can play in Kansas City. They give you an opportunity to win some great prizes for first and second place. And while you're there at Foaling, you know what you can take advantage of, right? That world-class bar that makes any cocktail you want, a beer selection that's second to none, and Jeopardy. Bar League Jeopardy is hosted by the trivia aficionados at Geeks Who Drink and their very own Jeopardy contestant and champion, Pat Kerr. He's also a bartender out at Foaling. So you get to go play Bar League Jeopardy tonight, and you can fool around as well, because Foaling is the best spot in Kansas City for everybody. It's got Foaling, and that is perfect for kids, for adults, for parties, for date night, for group events. It doesn't matter what. Just get over there to 435 and State Line and fool around and find out how much fun it is. We had some friends go a couple of nights ago. One of my guys got the bonk pin down, the middle pin, and the bonk horn went off. He got to put his name on the wall. He was celebrating, chest bumping everybody, having himself a time over there at Foaling. So congratulations to my man Dan for getting that taken care of at Foaling at 435 and State Line. Reserve a lane now at FoalingKC.com. That's FoalingKC.com, and get your foal on.
Guys, let's talk about your prostate. If an enlarged prostate has you rushing to the nearest restroom, frustrated and uncomfortable because you need to go but can't, or it's keeping you up at night, it's time to fix it. Clarity Care offers prostate artery embolization. PAE is a simple office treatment that can shrink your prostate and relieve your symptoms so you can get back to enjoying life. No surgery, just relief. Call Clarity Care today or visit kcprostate.com.
Hello, Kansas. Looks like we're in for another heat wave this season with a forecasted high of up to $300,000. That's right. The Kansas Lottery is bringing the heat with the Hot Sevens family of tickets rolling across our state. You could instantly win up to $300,000. Plus, there's even a chance at up to $20,000 in the second chance drawing through Play On. Talk about a scorcher. Don't forget your oven mitts when you head out today. See kslottery.com for details.
Hey there, I'm Jack.
And I'm Stag.
We're just two deer that want to make sure you know it's deer season at your authorized John Deere dealer. The deer season that saves bucks. You know? Like us?
Yeah, you can get $3,000 off select John Deere machines. No early wake-up calls or tree stands required.
Just a trip to your authorized dealer before June 2nd.
If you ask us, it's the only deer season worth celebrating.
Visit johndeere.com/deer season to find an authorized dealer and for complete finance details.
O'Reilly. You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Cosentino's food stores are celebrating 77 years of serving Kansas City. Come in today for incredible anniversary savings across the store. You'll find some of the hottest prices of the year, now through May 20th only. From fresh produce to family favorites, don't miss the unbeatable prices at every Cosentino's location. For 77 years, it's been our family's honor to serve yours, and we're just getting started.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Midwest Auto Services on the Missouri side. 29 southbound, pretty heavy. Your hit delays past Parvin stays quite slow down past 16th Avenue with an accident blocking the left lane. Is driving your vehicle like fighting a wild bull? Does it lead, pull, or feel out of sync when you accelerate or brake? Are you replacing tires a lot due to poor wear? Let Midwest Auto Services check your alignment. Call 816-224-4247 or MidwestAutoservices.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Jenny's mom was Jesse's girl, and her number was 8675309, according to the text line. Somebody in the text line says, Dusty, dude, I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but is there a chance you can share that drink recipe you did on Smash or Pass? Are they referencing the transfusion? For like when we did the Masters Smash or Pass?
That would be, I think that'd be
That's the only drink I've
That's
done,
the only drink
right?
I've
That's
done.
the only one we've done on here.
Unless we
right?
talked about a different one, but I think that'd be it. That was good.
The transfusion?
Yes.
Yeah. Vodka, grape juice, lime juice, ginger ale. I'll send you the recipe. If that's the one, 816, let me know and I'll give you the recipe. It's not tough. So your Giants, I say that facetiously. Abdul Carter, first off, before we bring it up, are we all on the side of get your own number?
That's
Bob,
where I am. Yeah.
Mac?
Yeah, I'm okay with that side.
Yes.
Gordon,
they gave number 4, right? No,
Like
7.
7. Yeah.
And called you the next George Brett. And then it was not
Downhill
good.
from there.
Then 4, left field, Gold Glove, World Series winner, future, right?
Right.
No pressure. Abdul Carter wanted 11 or 56.
Right.
Lawrence Taylor, get off my lawn, no chance.
Lawrence Taylor goes, I appreciate it, but go make your own number famous, right? Then he wants Phil Simms number 11, right? Because he wore 11 in college. And Phil's like, yeah, I don't care. But the family's like, no, don't give it up.
Yeah,
like,
the agent and family, yeah.
I know it's 2025 and we don't appreciate things that happened yesterday. I am a history lover and a history buff, and I appreciate the past and respect what became of the past. I know I'm a grandpa and people don't care and we want to erase history and take down everything that happened before us. That ain't the case, pal. There are 2 numbers in the Giants' history that are retired that you want. And I understand you wanting a certain number. You're also a rookie in the NFL who's never done anything. Phil Simms is a pretty damn accomplished quarterback, and Lawrence Taylor is arguably the greatest football player of all time. And so in order to be in that category to use those numbers, you've got to go out there and produce. It's like we want to put the cart in front of the horse. Give Abdul Carter whatever number it is and let him go out there and make that number famous. And I think, isn't that better? Blazing your own trail and being the guy? Because if you wore 56 or 11, or if you tried to wear 15 here or 16 here or anything like that in Kansas City, you'd have a lot of people looking at you with a side head going, no, we're not wearing that number. Like, nobody's wearing number 5 anymore. 20, they can wear all they want with the Royals. But like number 5 is not going to be a number that gets worn again, right? Salvi's number 13, probably not a number that's going to be worn again. You shouldn't wear these numbers again. When you are a great player, however you want to define great for your university or your professional team, however you define that, and that number gets taken out of service and is retired because somebody was so good it was worthy of taking their number out of rotation, you can't bring that back into rotation. You can't bring that number back and just give it to somebody and say, all right, here you go. Here's my number. No, man, you got an opportunity. Go out there and create your own legacy. Blaze your own trail. Do something for you and take number 57 or 59 or whatever it is and go make that your number. Because no matter how good you are, if you wore 56 or 11, LT and Sims are always going to be talked about over you, just like if you try to do it with Mahomes and 15. And this, like, it's going around now a lot. We're talking about Brunson being the greatest Nick of all time. Abdul Carter wants different numbers. He's not the only one. Other guys that are coming into this league now and other teams I've seen, and I can't remember who, have wanted some numbers that are retired for other teams. Go out there and create your own number, man. Be your own man.
Yeah, you got to blaze your own garage, your jersey, your trail.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to your career, you can blaze your own garage too, and come back in and you'll come up with some good topics for a show.
You know, you think like somebody's going into Chicago going, you know what, I want to wear number 23. No,
I don't think there's anybody in the right mindset that would do that.
No, you would hope not. Or
I also wouldn't say that Lawrence Taylor is the legacy that Michael Jordan is. Like, Michael Jordan, they wear his number in other sports.
Yeah, right.
Like, the Miami Heat retired his number. He never played there.
Yeah, just like no one would go to a stadium and be like, you know what, I really want 42.
Right. Not going to happen. Yeah, right.
Not happening.
Yeah.
But like
Aaron Judge going, you know what, I'm going to wear 3 going forward.
I would. Yes, please. Maybe you'll win something.
I'll wear 3 going forward from now on. No, or somebody for like the Rangers or the Los Angeles Kings or wanting number 99. Like, no, you're not getting that number. Or whatever Robert Parrish, was he 34 or something like that up there in Boston, whatever. Or whatever number Larry Bird was back in the day. You're not getting those numbers, man. Go do your own thing.
I also think that like certain athletes shouldn't have their numbers retired. Like, I think there's like, it's like really like, yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess Warren Moon gave his to Cam Ward, right?
Which is a different conversation because that's really not his franchise.
And not only that, but like, gosh, I don't know if this is a tough take, but like Warren Moon was nowhere near what Lawrence Taylor was. Like,
right.
Warren Moon was one of like the original like African American quarterbacks.
But Warren Moon didn't have an opportunity for the first 10 years of his career because he was an African American quarterback.
But he was also, good, didn't really win anything.
Right.
But like they retired his number because of, well, I don't know. They decided to retire his number.
He's one of the greats for that franchise.
Right. Whereas like Lawrence Taylor broke a man's leg on live television. Yeah. I mean, that's just like the force he had while also blown out of his mind on Caglianone. And then was still like a dominant force of a player, like
not the dominant force.
Yeah, like I mean, it's Taylor, and there is a little bit of a gap, and then it's Derek Thomas. And I know that probably hurts a lot of Chiefs fans, but that's reality. Mm-hmm. Like that's just how great Lawrence Taylor. Like my dad still tells me stories that like even he was afraid of Lawrence Taylor, and he was watching on television.
Yeah,
I'm just like
Lawrence Taylor was one of those guys that could just, all right, we got to play today, fine. Like he wouldn't go to training camp. He'd just show up on the like they didn't even know if he was going to be there at the game, and he'd show up and have 4 sacks.
It's like when I was a kid, like I wore 16 for Joe Randa in baseball, or I wore 24 because of King Griffey Jr. But I feel like if I got older, like I would want to figure out my own number. Like in high school, I really liked in basketball, I liked the number 31.
That's a cool number, though. That's Priest Holmes. I like that number.
I shot threes. I enjoyed Reggie Miller. It wasn't really like a sought-after number. I was like, 31's cool because the reason why basketball jerseys are. You have to be able to give the number on one hand. That's why there's no, like, 36. It's like, no, it's all 31.
It's for the referees, yeah.
So I was like, ooh, 31's cool. I was like, I liked Reggie. I shoot threes. I think I can, but I try. I'll be 31.
You're every kid that we all grew up shooting threes.
Right. And so I was just like, I'll be 31 because it's a cool number. Nobody else really thinks about number 31. Everybody wanted 34. Everybody wanted 23. Everybody wanted, whatever. And I was like, 31 seems like I would never like if I got drafted by an NFL team or a pro baseball team, like I would never be like, you know what, I wonder if Whitey's family would let me have 10.
Yeah, right.
You know, like,
yeah.
not a chance. Like,
Right,
just,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like you call like the family up and
like,
say, you know.
We still blame Cairo Santos for not letting Patrick Mahomes wear 5.
Yeah.
Like that's like he didn't even go to Cairo Santos and say, "Hey man, can I have like 5 instead of having to wear 15?" He's like, "No."
But the 15 one is it's cool.
Now
It's awesome
because of what he did.
I think it looks better than 5, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I do too.
I think 5's a lot cleaner.
Do you see? I think the
We're
15.
the minority, Bob.
Yeah. We are in the minority. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Single-digit numbers people just love.
They love because they're unique and new now, you know, like that kind of thing. That's cool. I get it. Like all the single-digit numbers were probably like grandfathered out for a lot of teams back in the day, and now they're coming
Carter
back
should
in.
go single-digit.
He should. He
Malik Neighbors
absolutely
is
should.
number 1. He should go like 0 or 2. And
Well, one is taken, as you mentioned, but why not go like, I don't know if this number's even taken or available, 7. It's a great
7's
name
fun.
for a kid. It's a great number as well. 7. I mean, 7. Seriously, that's Mickey Mantle in New York. You got a little kind of, no, it's 7 if the old G gets that.
I did work with a guy named Zevin.
Oh, good.
Good kid.
So go with a different number. Go with something different that nobody has. Because I think a rush end in a single digit number looks cool. Like that does look kind of cool. But I think the quarterback with the double digit 15 looks really cool too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could have been number 13, and it wouldn't have mattered. Like, that's how good he got. Like, it doesn't matter what his name. It would just been yes.
But also, it shows you who he is as a person. The fact that he came in as a rookie and didn't even ask the kicker for the number or make a big deal out of it. He just took what was available. I mean, came in with no ego. Shador should try that, right?
Well, I mean, his number's already retired.
It is in college. It won't be in the pros unless he, plays well. And for Cleveland, that's going like 9-8 as the starting quarterback. I mean, so they may retire his number in Cleveland just for being a hair above 500.
Yeah. So, no, it should be an interesting football season. By the way, did you guys know that Royals guy's not wearing number 85?
I know. I saw that. That sucks. That's a big miss. I mean, it really is. A big miss from a marketing opportunity. A big miss for him, yeah. Because you do get paid on the jerseys you sell. And if you're Royals 85, man, people are buying that jersey. They don't know it's you at this point in time. They just think it's a cool jersey.
Coming up on the other side, we get into a Falcons New England moment on the ice last night. Plus, McMurray might be the most arrogant person in the entire Kansas City Metro when it comes to these Boston Celtics. Or should I say, the C's. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty. Subscribe and watch the show on YouTube by going to our channel at The Fan 965, Kansas City's FM sports station. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you what, man, it's cool when your kids who are teenagers tell you the front lawn looks good, but it's even better when you get street cred from one of your neighbors who works on his lawn for hours and hours and hours. I was out walking the other day, saw my neighbor, gives me a fist bump. He goes, man, your lawn is looking really good. I go, thank you so much. I said, those college-educated professionals over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control have done an amazing job on my front lawn. And now my front lawn is being looked at by the other neighbors, and they're like, look at Fescoe's front lawn over here. It looks good for the first time ever. And that's because Aspen Lawn and Pest Control knows exactly what they're doing, and they get the job done right the first time. And they came out to our house. They put down that first, fertilizer. They put down that first pre-emergent. They got rid of all the dandelions, all the weeds. They cut it every week. It looks beautiful. And now we're excited about the mosquito dome that's going to keep all those bugs out of our backyard. We love sitting outside, and having no mosquitoes and fleas and ticks to worry about is going to make our outdoor life even better. So if you're thinking about doing something with your lawn, or you just want that mosquito protection from your house as well, give my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control a call. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control, and they'll give you up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So don't wait. Just call them today or visit them at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
BetMGM is making your next golf tournament winner bets more exciting with Second Chance. What's Second Chance? Ever bet on your favorite golfer to win a tournament only to see them miss the green? Well, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your tournament winner bet finishes in second instead. That's right. Simply bet on any player to win a scheduled golf tournament during a promotional week. If you're right, you win. But if your pick finishes in second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Watch your favorite players go for the win all season long and bet knowing you'll get your stake back if they finish second. Log in today and make your picks with confidence with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent fountain and frozen drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, or dig between your couch cushions, or ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. We take those too. 89-cent frozen and fountain drinks at Casey's all summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts today at the Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted with the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment. You're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start your prescription treatment. Offer limited. Look now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
For over 8 years, QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical relief for joint pain, with over 50,000 satisfied patients. People with knee and back pain now living pain-free. Shoulder and hip pain gone. What they're doing is nothing short of remarkable. They're using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in their achy joints. They're using biologic growth factors with robust healing properties, carefully and strategically placed in your joint. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life. The best part, with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. It's an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. Imagine doing all the things you enjoy this summer without being slowed down by that awful joint pain in your knees or your back. Call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatments that can help you live your best life. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 5/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store single line activation on qualifying plan. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
The technicians you can trust with your house keys. Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
Getting the job done right the first time protects your home, time, and budget. This month, replace your panel and receive free whole home surge protection. Schedule your complimentary proposal today at anthonyphce.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
29 southbound recovering, heading towards downtown, but still pretty heavy from Parvin down towards Armour. Earlier accident past 16th Avenue was blocking 2 left lanes, but that has cleared. Inbound I-70 still a little slow around Jackson Avenue with construction in the left lane. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch all the shows from your phone, desktop, or tablet. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Diving right back into it here on a Friday morning.
He liked the road trips. I'm going to tell you, Dusty. He liked the road trips.
Louis. Oh, Louis. We gotta go. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well, the most arrogant Celtics fan you will ever meet in your entire life.
Outside of Boston.
The guy it's like The Last of Us, but instead of wheat flour, he got Bill Simmons just crawling in his brain. He's out here
exactly
just clicking Bill Simmons takes on the Kansas City side. So, no, I dig it. I dig it because I told you, I said, you should lean into this. People will be like, oh, Mahomes and those Chiefs fans, they're arrogant. No, we just have stats and everything to prove it, right?
Yep.
So 4-0 in the regular season against the Knicks. Two guys on this side of the glass going against that guy on the side of the glass. I'm rooting for the Knicks, underdog. I have no dog in fights for the NBA.
Fair.
Luka and my Lakers are gone. So now I'm
More fun if the Knicks make this.
Now I'm just pessimistic Dusty in the NBA, which I love pessimistic Dusty in the NBA. Boy, I'd really love to see this team like the Knicks beat the Celtics. Game 6, Knicks are bounced out of the playoffs. Man, I want to see if Ant can make a run in the Western Conference Finals.
Exactly.
That's what I love about the NBA. But tonight, game 1, both of you guys have the floor because this is your team versus your team.
What's interesting, though, about this next round of the playoffs, I was telling Dusty, it's the playoffs. People are talking about the NBA playoffs. Whether you're an NBA fan or not, you're kind of captivated because it's a end, right? There are 16 teams left in the NBA playoffs. Only 14 teams make the playoffs in the NFL. Just keep that in mind, right? How much harder it is to make the postseason in the NFL than it is in the NBA. 32 teams make this, or not 32 teams, but there's 16 left. There's already been 24 teams make the postseason in the NBA. 14 make it in the NFL, right?
24.
Well, no, 16.
Yeah.
No, there's 16 teams left.
No, there's 8 teams left.
There's 8.
Now. We're in the second round. There's
2-2.
Oh, yeah, 8
teams.
So 16 make it in the
16.
NBA.
Yeah, over half.
Yeah, over half the league makes it into the postseason. No, well,
recently changed.
And if you count the play-in, if you want to count the play-in, it's 20.
It's 20 teams making it
you
in
want to
out
count
of
the
30.
play-in.
So, like, if
you got to really suck.
Yeah, like,
exactly.
But again, there's nothing wrong with that because we will watch games that matter. No matter what the sport is, if there's a compelling game on, the American public will tune in. Did you see the horse race on Saturday where Sovereignty won, had their highest television number since 1989? Wow. I don't know why it was such a big number.
Did you see how much money was gambled on the Kentucky Derby?
I did not know.
$349 million.
Oh, God. Now, there weren't a lot of people there because of the rain. Since last year, yeah. Obviously, a lot of people weren't there because of the rain kept people away. But still, I mean, the highest audience since 1989. It was something that mattered. People wanted to see, journalism get beat by sovereignty, which became the big joke of the day, right? Ha ha.
That is funny.
It was funny. It really
that
was.
Poetic justice?
I mean, yeah, right?
Hannah was like, wait, it's over? I was like, no, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, 2 minutes, it's
I've
done.
heard that so many times
She
in
says
my
that
life.
to you almost all the time, right?
It's almost in sync.
I mean, geez, I'll teach you some lessons here when you get, how to make things longer. But you should have watched the whole Derby. It was on all day. You could have told it's all lead up. It's all pregame for this 2 minutes of whatnot. So
5:17 started.
That's kind of what we. Yeah. When's post time? 6:01, 6 o'clock turnover.
Did you watch more Kentucky Derby or more NBA on Saturday?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby. I
2
didn't
minutes
find the NBA on Saturday. It was pretty much, washed anyway on Saturday because everybody's already advanced, right?
Yep.
There wasn't much going on.
There was that Game 7, which was disgusting between the Clippers and the
That
Nuggets.
was the epic collapse of the Clippers.
That was all that happened on Saturday.
Jokic didn't even do anything.
Now, they sat their starters with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter of a Game 7.
Oh, why wouldn't you? That's the NBA. That's why people love it. It's fantastic. Gosh. And so now you're into the postseason, but you've got some compelling matchups. The Knicks and who are they again that they're playing?
Celtics.
Yeah. When you get New York and Boston together, that is no longer a sports story. That is dramatic.
Yeah, and out of the 4 games, Mac thinks it's the least entertaining one there is. Out of 4.
It may be, but I guarantee it'll be the most watched.
Agreed.
Most paid attention
Can't argue
to.
that.
I mean, that's what people want, right? They want to see what's going to happen. Spike Lee, is he going to do something? Ben Affleck, what's the crowd going to be like? Just the drama of that rivalry. I think it's big, and that's kind of what I like in sports, man. We need more of that. Eddie Olczyk last night in the hockey game, sitting there broadcasting into the second overtime, and Kenny Albert goes, playoff hockey, this is what it's about. And he looks at him and he goes, this is all it's about. This is all it's about. And that's where we are in the playoffs. And that's why we pay attention to the postseason more so than the regular season, because this matters now. And guys are giving their all. Not all of them. There's still James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and guys like that out there.
Russell's
doing
good. But for the most part, guys are playing at a different level in all of these sports. And that's why tonight's going to be fun with the start of that series. And then last night with the Blues losing the way that they did, you mentioned, and I thought it was a good analogy, the Atlanta-New England type thing. That was a great analogy by you leading into the break. I mean, 2 seconds left in the game, and Winnipeg ties it and sends it to overtime and then wins it in the second overtime.
You had it.
Right here. I told Dusty I'd rather get my ass kicked in the Super Bowl like we did than lose a game like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
At least you know, right?
You're done. I mean, 10 minutes in, we all knew, whether you wanted to admit it or not, this thing is over.
You're executing the back of your head in a blowout. You're burning to death.
You're a Blues fan.
Like this. Like, just clip it, dude.
I mean, the Blues scored within 70 seconds of that game, had a 2-0 lead. They're up 3-1. They're up 3-2, and there's 2 seconds left in the game. And Winnipeg ties it, and then they win it in double overtime.
Unbelievable.
I would absolutely be just despondent today.
Yeah.
If that was my team and lost a game like that and lost a series like that. And now the season's over. I will say the handshake line is still the greatest thing that you can get. I love it. It's so awesome. Seeing those guys shake hands and congratulate. No other sport does that.
Nope.
Baseball grabs each other's asses and congratulates themselves. Football has it, but not in that kind of organized line.
Not organized.
Basketball kind of, but not organized like it is at the end of the series in hockey. It's fun, man.
And I know everyone's like, oh, well, the Blues weren't as good as the Jets. I wouldn't care if I was a Blues fan. We had that game. We were going to win that game.
No. You throw all that out the window based on the way things are going.
It'd be like if the Knicks were in Game 7 and they were about to win and the Celtics came back, well, the Celtics were supposed to win that series. I don't care.
No,
we were up.
yeah,
we had
right.
it. Game
You had
7.
it. You had it. Yeah, you should be despondent today. You shouldn't look back and, well, that was a fun ride. No,
Exactly.
you should be like, damn, man,
That
we
was
blew
hard.
that. That
Yeah.
sucked. We were right there, had that opportunity, and with 2 seconds to go, you gave up the tying goal.
We're up 28-3 against Tom Brady at halftime.
Yeah.
What the hell?
How'd that end?
I guarantee you, if you're a Falcon fan, you're not over that one yet.
No. Hell no.
You can't be.
I don't think they've made an NFC champ game since. Yeah.
Oh, God. Have they made the playoffs since? Yeah, I'm sure they have. But
Probably,
But
yeah.
no, I mean...
No, it'll be fun tonight. The series will start, and I'm excited. I'm a little. My arrogance has now made me like, okay, I hope we come through because I'm talking a lot, but I think I have reason to. There's precedent here. This is a team that's done it, defending champions.
Yep,
they've done it against this team in the regular season so far. So I have reason to believe it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It'll be fun.
I think the Celtics are probably going to win the series, but if we get a dramatic filled series that
that's a
goes
win.
to 7 games and everybody's captivated by every night of this series, the NBA wins. The NBA wins because nobody cares about the other ones.
The lines on tonight's game: Knicks at Boston, so at the TD Garden, not the original Garden. So there's the TD Garden, there's the OG Garden, and then there's the Olive Garden. Knicks in 5. I'm kidding. So Boston -9 via DraftKings. The over/under this game 213.
Okay.
Money line is Boston -380.
Jeez.
Yeah, Boston's a huge favorite, and it gets getting bigger and bigger.
It's
And
really
as
scary.
better as Brunson has become since they haven't played a game, you know, the Celtics are still like getting more and more points in this thing. Like there's a lot, which I don't know, man. Like, don't you get a little concerned about that when all of a sudden the general public is putting all their money on one
Yes.
side?
It's a little like, okay,
Yeah.
chill. Everyone needs to calm down.
yeah.
The other game is Denver Nuggets at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City -9.5. The over/under in that game 225. Oklahoma City -440 on the money line.
Yeah.
So if you want to take a little upset city tonight, you want to bet the money line on the Nuggets and parlay with the Knicks. That's plus 1660. 10 will win you 176 and some change.
I think the Knicks have a better chance to win tonight than the Nuggets. If you had to
No,
choose
the Nuggets fired their coach. They're good to go.
And they're exhausted. They
They're
just had to play a game.
exhausted.
Coming up on the other side, you remember Bob Fescoe's birthday? If you don't, that's fine. MJ Melendez does. I'll explain why the two makes sense. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, that summer travel season is fast approaching, and if you've got your flight reservations made, you need to make your parking reservation now at Park and Go, because that's the best place to park when you're traveling out of town, out of KCI, because at Park and Go, every spot is covered parking, so your car car is always protected from the elements. And Park and Go makes it simple to make that reservation. Book parkandgo.com or with their easy-to-use app. Just download it and use it like we do all the time. As soon as you make your flight reservation, make your parking reservation. That way it's done, it's taken care of, and you have nothing to worry about. You show up on the day of your flight, and they've got that covered spot reserved for you. You pull into it, and the van meets you and takes you right to the airport terminal. There's no waiting around for a bus, hoping it shows up, hoping you get to your flight on time. With Park and Go, you're there in no time at all. And when you get back, it's easy as well. Just grab your bags, walk off the plane, walk outside, jump on the bus, and right back to the trunk of your car you go. Join their frequent Parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
I'll tell you what, you know how much...
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at Hy-Vee are really stepping up to the plate when it comes to local. You know how much we all love local brands. We love to support the local folks right here in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is doing just that. Here's something really cool that Hy-Vee is doing. I love going to Hy-Vee and looking for some of those great local brands like Belfonte, Max Mix, Roastery Coffee, which is what I'm drinking this morning as well because it is so fantastic, and it's local right here in Kansas City. Today through Sunday, Hy-Vee is offering fuel saver deals on many of your favorite local products. So stock up right now and save money at the pump. I love the fuel savers at Hy-Vee. Stack up those fuel savings and show your love for Kansas City all this week, only at Hy-Vee. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an odds boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your odds boost token. Then place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No matter the showdown, BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements, rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
I'm Emma Greed, and I've spent the last 20 years building, running, and investing in some incredible businesses. The more success I've had, the more people started coming to me with questions. How do you start a business? How do you raise money? How do I bounce back from failure? On my new podcast, Aspire with Emma Greed, I'll be answering these questions and more through weekly conversations with the smartest minds out there. Listen to and follow Aspire with Emma Greed, an Odyssey podcast, available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Honey, our new James Hardy siding from Powell Exteriors KC looks so good. Our house went from worst to first. The neighbor waved at me today with her whole hand. I'm ready for phase 2 of our home transformation. Let's call Powell about that new deck. They're offering financing at 0% for 18 months on everything. You should call today at 816-656-1160 or take another look at their stunning work on powellkc.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 73.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Your local Staples store has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
You got Rob Maloney on your side tonight for the Celtics, Mac, because he went to the same high school as Jason Tatum.
Let's go.
They're boys. Maloney, Tatum. Next thing you know, he's going to have Tatum tater tots on the Landings menu that you can pair with Bob's Bavarian pretzel.
Smash.
And Ben Mallard chicken tenders. I would love like a Caesar salad with the grilled Mallard chicken strips.
That would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So order that.
Does he have a Caesar salad at the Landing?
Everybody's got one of those, right?
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
not everybody.
He's got that Ken's Steakhouse Caesar dressing. Pour it on some romaine. Throw some
Yeah.
Mallard's tenders on top.
Better believe it. Something that is fun to believe is that the Royals are rolling, man. I mean, this has been a fun 2 weeks. This has been a fun, more than just, it's a series against Colorado.
In the air, left field and deep. Kerstad is at the wall, and that is home run number 4 for the Royals. And Bobby Witt Jr. snaps an 0 for 12. To put the Royals out in front for the 4th time today.
So Bobby Witt Jr. goes from a 22-game hit streak to a 1-game hitting streak.
0 for
just
12,
like
I had no idea it was like that, right? How quickly that happens.
Hits that home run yesterday. Of course, who didn't hit a home run for the Kansas City Royals yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
But I brought up your birthday because I remember.
Did Renfroe?
No, I didn't play. Or if he did, I didn't know it. But your birthday, April 19th, the Royals, coincidentally, on the same day, demoted MJ Melendez down to AAA. And I thought that this move had 2 indications on it. One was, hey, MJ, we care about you as a player in this franchise, and we want you to work out, and we're giving you, a chance to go figure it out, because if it doesn't down here, then, man, I think you can kind of read the room. The other thing that I think it did, and I think that can have this effect, and JJ Picola will be with Cody Golden Drew today at 10:30 on their show, so he'll get some questions maybe kind of around this as well. But man, like, you look at what this move did, and people had said before that they had known, or people that have really locked into this team know that Bobby and MJ are really good friends, which means that MJ is probably really good friends with a lot of these guys on the roster, where it's more than just like, he's my teammate, then we leave the office and, whatever. Like, I bet MJ and Lugo probably don't go have conversations like MJ and Vinny and, maybe Bobby have, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
And he gets sent down, and it's also with the message of like, man, they sent MJ down again.
Mm-hmm.
We all know he hasn't been hitting. We're all locked into our stats, our numbers, our thing. That's just what teams do. And maybe that was something that, kicked some tires and started some fires with this Royals baseball team, because since that day, the Royals have 13 games. They've gone 11-2. Their offense is averaging almost 2 full runs more than they were. They were averaging like 2.9 runs during their first whatever games. They're averaging 4.3 right now. Vinny Pasquantino's answered the call of getting more production from that 3-hole. 4 homers, 9 RBIs.
Vinny's playing really good baseball right now. And I will say, like, we were pretty tough on him a couple of weeks ago, as we should have been, because he wasn't getting the job done, right? And they want to attribute it to shaving during a rain delay or whatever it is. I don't care baseball players are weird, man. So it doesn't matter what it is, but I want to give him his flowers, because I thought he had a really good weekend series, couple of nice doubles, making some plays at first base. Like, maybe that MJ thing woke Vinny up as much as anybody at this point in time.
Right. Or, he maybe listens or sees criticism. I don't know, but it's one of those things where it's like, it eventually, like, the shakeup in the lineup definitely caused something. They moved Vinny to 7th. They demoted MJ Melendez. Bobby Witt Jr. goes on an ungodly 22-game hit streak. And then there's Maikel Garcia, right? Then there's Maikel Garcia, the unsung hero of this lineup so far in the first month and a week of a season, or maybe you could call it a first month and a half of a season. During these 13 games, he's at a 340 average, 6 multi-hit games, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, knocking the cover off the ball, being a productive stick in that lineup, gives you an option at that 5 hole, lengthens your lineup, gives you protection around the other guys, and it's no coincidence that Massey starts to hit, Vinny starts to hit, Bobby continues to do his thing, Salvador Perez starts to hit, and all of a sudden everybody's a little bit more comfortable because 13 games, 4.3 runs, that's a significant uptick to what you did have.
And the Royals, to take that one step further, they're 13-1 when they score 4 or more runs. So we're not asking for a lot here. And I was having a conversation with my buddy Jim yesterday via text, and we were talking about the Royals, and he said to me, he goes, I believe, and he's in his 70s, so he's seen every year of Royals baseball, right? He goes, I think this is the best rotation this team has ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to argue that. I mean,
85 was good.
Yeah, but did they go 1-5 though in that rotation like this one is going right now? I mean, they obviously had Saberhagen, Lee Brandt at the top of that rotation, and I'm drawing blanks. Gubazah was in that rotation, yeah. Leonard, was Dennis Leonard at 85? Because I know Split was not. Split retired in 84. Anyway, I mean, yeah, you could probably compare it to the 1985 rotation. But since 1985, this is by far, and again, not a lot to judge it on, but still, it is the best rotation that you have and have had in 40 years, right? So you want to make sure that you're not wasting that. And that's where, for me, like, the impact of Michael Garcia obviously is huge because you're getting production from
Bud Black and Danny Jackson.
Yeah, so that 85 rotation, yeah, forget about it, right? Yeah. But look, I mean, this team may be better than that team. What was their team ERA that year? Do you have it pulled up or not?
Go ahead.
But if you can find the team ERA real fast, that's fine. We could look at something like that, maybe compare it that way. But either way, we're looking at a historically good rotation that you don't want to waste. And so to have Garcia come up and play like he is, and I said it last week, and I'll continue to beat this drum, he's the second best player on this team right now, and that's not hyperbolic. That is the flat-out truth. He's your second best infielder next to Bobby Witt Jr. And even Vern said it. You know, you start to look at some of the defensive metrics out there. He's one of the top 25 infielders in all of baseball. And so that's why you want to see if he can play every day at second base for you. I'd move India to third base every day. And now you've got guys in the outfield that can get after it. You've got Drew Waters, who's come on. You've obviously got Isbell, who's played a nice outfield for you and has been quietly a really nice player all season long. And now you can potentially go out and get that one outfield bat. And so now with the way that this team is playing, because of Garcia and because of Drew Waters, and you're getting that production from those guys that are in your minor league system, you don't have to go out there and make multiple moves now for an outfield bat. You can go out there and make one really good move for an outfield bat. You don't have to go out and try to acquire guys that, you know, were demoted or on their last leg with an organization. You have the opportunity to kind of go out there and make a big move now. And as Vern said, you have a lot of controllable pitchers, but you also have a lot of controllable pitchers with affordable contracts that teams would be willing to take on at this point in time. So there's a lot of things in your favor to add to this team, but it makes it so much easier to go out there and add, thinking, all right, we only really need one big piece because of the way that Michael Garcia and Drew Waters are playing right now. Both of those guys are exceeding expectations, and everybody should be pleased with what they're doing right now for this organization. And when I say everybody, I mean fans. These guys are awesome right now. We got to ride this hot hand.
Yeah, your 1985 ERA average was 3.47.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, Saves had a 2, and I think Charlie had a 2, and everybody else is somewhere in there. But you'd have to give me a little bit of time with the pitching staff of the current Royals. But yeah, so 85, you had Lee Brandt had a 2.69, Saberhagen had a 2.87, Danny Jackson had a 3.42, Bud Black had a 4.33, and Gooby had a 4.06.
Wow.
Solid rotation.
Yeah.
And all of them but one threw for 200 plus innings.
That's the crazy part. Right? You're not going to see that anymore. Guys aren't doing that. I was having a conversation last night when we were at Stage Right for our event with one of my friends, and he said to me, he goes, what we're seeing right now is a product of Major League Baseball is because of the $5,000 a year travel ball that nobody can afford to play, and we're weeding out talent. I go, I don't disagree with you at all with what's going on right now from a hitting standpoint in baseball. That's why when you got a guy like Garcia and Drew Waters that are hitting the ball like this, that's an anomaly right now in Major League Baseball. We went through those numbers last week of people hitting over 200 200. There's only 130 players in baseball hitting 200 or better. Royals guys are starting to heat up a little bit and are starting to kind of get to that level, where they need to be. And it's fun to see the guys that are from your system. And I know Drew Waters was traded back, in the day and came over, but still a system guy that you've had down in the minors. It's great to see those guys achieve success because it means you don't have to go out and spend extra money in the offseason or during the year to fill positions when the guys from your minor leagues are doing that job.
You're not wrong because it's so close between this staff and 85.
Is it really?
It is. This staff right now, currently, team ERA total, 3.44.
It's 85,
better. And then 85 was 3.47.
Holy
it's
crap.
like right there. So you just fell into that little statistical.
Well, no, my buddy, it's what happens. You just got to have conversations. I think this is the best Royals pitching staff we've ever seen. And I'm like, all right, stage right's getting ready to start. I don't have time to dive into this. He's not wrong.
So Lugo carries a 307. Bubic with that 198. That's what's helping.
Yeah, well, sure.
Lorenzen's ballooned to 4.23 after yesterday's start. As you saw the video of him absolutely throw a 90-mile-an-hour glove in the locker. And then you see India's like, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah, we got you.
And then 3.52 for Waka, 4.40 for Cole Reagan. So
Cole will bring his down in that minor league rehab start tonight against the White Sox.
Yeah. So Seth Lugo, your innings eater right now, 44. But no, it is.
That's crazy. They're that close, dude. Wow.
3.47 versus 3.44 and 85, and then this is 25. So yeah.
40 years difference. And I mean, and that's a memo for John Sherman. Like, don't feel the need to hold back the dollars. You don't want to waste what we're looking at now as a historic and arguably now the best rotation in Royals history. You don't want to waste that saying, we missed it by not having one bat. John, go get that guy. Bring that bat in here. The new stadium will pay for it sooner rather than later. Go out there and get that bat and make this offense that much better so we're not wasting this rotation.
Yeah, and this weekend I was trying to think of the kind of analogy that this Royals topic is, and you've been to concerts before. Both of you have. Listeners, you've been to concerts. How many times have you gone to a concert and obviously, you know who your headliner is, right? Like if you're going to go see a main attraction, you know what they are. That's Bobby Witt Jr. in this lineup. He's your headliner. You know what he's going to be. He's going to play the hits. He's going to play the current album. And he's just going to be that guy. But how many times you gone to a concert and when you left the concert, you're like, his opener was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's Michael Garcia. And then you also have those concerts where there's two openers. And you're like, yeah, but don't forget about that other guy that was before him. He was really good too. What was his name? Oh, Drew Waters.
Yeah.
Drew Waters, he's tired of Omaha. Drew Waters says, you know what? I'm here. I want to stay here. I've got to do something to stay here. I don't want to get sent back down. That's another reason why I think that MJ thing, like Vern brings this up. He's like, Drew Waters hearing MJ Melendez was getting sent down instead of him had to have been one of those things like, okay, technically they believe in me, but how much? Because the guy they sent down, I mean, it's apples and oranges to be where we're at in our batting averages and all this stuff. And then Drew Waters has blossomed into this almost like born-again baseball player that everyone here hoped they'd gotten from Atlanta.
It takes time, man. It's like not easy in Major League Baseball to hit the ground running and just be a great Major League Baseball player from day one. Alex Gordon, Mike Moustakas, Yordano Ventura. Like, there were a lot of guys that we look at now as really good baseball players, part of this organization, that kind of got that kick in the pants and set back down to Omaha. Obviously, Alex changed positions. Moose and Yo's didn't last as long as it needed to be. But Yo's trip down to the minor leagues, I don't even know that he made it to St. Joe and he turned around and came back because there was an injury or something, but he became better because of that. And if you are at the big league level, right, you're eating at the finest of steakhouses, you're traveling private jet and all this great stuff, and then you go down to the minor leagues and now you're eating, a hamburger and flying Southwest and somebody's pooping in a seat next to you. You're like, all right, this stinks, man, literally and figuratively. I want to get back to the big league level. Yeah. Some guys are able to turn that around and work their ass off, get back to the big league level. Some guys don't. I don't know if MJ's going to be one of those guys. And quite frankly, I don't need to see MJ on this team anymore. I don't care who he's friends with. I said it when he was sent down. I said, I don't think we'll ever see MJ again. And all of a sudden, Drew Waters has taken off. Michael Garcia has taken off. This lineup is starting to hit right now. And again, I'm not saying this because I don't know the man, but I have seen him be disrespectful to the grounds crew on the field in the past when I'm watching a game at the ballpark. Sometimes getting rid of somebody is better than bringing somebody in. and you get that negative attitude out. And as much as you like somebody, they can still have a negative attitude that brings everybody down.
Right.
And when you're hitting 087 and people are booing you, it's hard to have a positive attitude every single day. And so I think a change of scenery for the organization was good to get rid of not Michael Garcia, but to get rid of MJ Melendez and bring up Drew Waters and have Michael Garcia kind of take off. It's been a great move for this organization. And at this point in time, I don't need to see him ever again in a Royals uniform.
It's also kind of crazy that you see a guy who is successful and you know from what you've heard that like he's thriving to do that. Again, I'm not taking a whole lot of shots at MJ, but like Drew Waters was given up on by the Braves, right?
Yeah.
He was down in the minors, brought back up, down in the minors.
I mean, he was the first guy that I can remember in the new age of baseball being traded for draft picks.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you've seen his work ethic and like what he's done to stay up here. And now it's cooking. I mean, Drew Waters for crying out loud, it's hitting 282.
I know.
Like, I'm just, and then there's guys like MJ where it's like, we hear the stories that George Brett says. Like, that's our source on that. Like, George Brett was on this show opening day. We have the audio where he's just like, well, I hope it works out for you. I mean, I wish you nothing but the best. But like, we're quoting, but like loosely. But yeah, he's like, I think he should do this. He said, yeah, I'm trying to do this. Like, he's got power, he's got the swing, but he's still got the strikeouts. So he says he's just a lot of strikeouts. And that's still what it was because he left the major league level hitting 85.85.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's great to see that because, we watched this team and we were told from this team, we're a playoff team. Like, we are going to be a playoff team. We saw a bunch of people who had opinions going into the season of, they brought back Waka. He had a career year last year. It wasn't, but he had a good year last year. Can he do it again this year? I have my doubts. I was coming out of spring training thinking to myself, man, a lot of fly balls. Keep those fly balls down. Waka's been fine. People concerned about Seth Lugo. I have no concern. When Seth Lugo's on the mound,
you're back and you're relaxed. Yeah, it's an automatic almost
Bubich has
now.
been a surprise, a great surprise. Like, what's been a better surprise, Bubich or Garcia?
Garcia.
Okay.
Because Garcia's the everyday player.
I mean, Bubich is in top 5 for a Cy Young.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Cy Young.
Yeah.
And Michael Garcia is the 11th best hitter in the AL.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to poo on anybody. I'm just saying, that's where I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Right.
I really don't think there's a wrong answer. But that's kind of like what this team needed because
we saw Bubich last year show some flashes, right, in the bullpen. We're like, okay, all right. Who's the guy that puked on the mound, by the way? I don't know why I just thought of him.
I know it. Oh, gosh. Oh, he did it 3 times.
Yeah.
He was a guy they brought over to.
It wasn't Sean O'Sullivan.
No, that's way too old.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know why
I'm
he's
going to open up the text line.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The
Just
guy
keep going.
So anyway, like Bubich showed flashes last year. He was really good out of the bullpen last year. I think the expectation was, okay, be good. Michael Garcia is coming off a bad year from last year. And so to see him do this after coming off a bad year tells me a lot about him and his character. Like, he wasn't going to get down by that. He was going to continue to fight and battle. And look what he did. He continued to fight and battle. And now he's your second best player on this team.
Yeah, Mac just told me. Jonathan Heasley.
Oh, was that the guy?
Yeah. That's who was the...
That was it? Jonathan Heasley?
Yeah. Jonathan Heasley. I remember watching that going, oh, man. That just happened.
Is he still around?
I don't know. I forget what. Yeah, I was hoping he'd be good because he was a big, thick, like.
Well, that's why
boy.
I had Sean O'Sullivan on the top.
Yeah.
My next one was going to be Jonathan Broxton.
Oh,
and was it Tim Allen or somebody? They had a Tim guy that got his pants.
He's now in New York.
Heasley doesn't look like he's anywhere.
No,
I'm not surprised. No. I mean, you threw up on the mound 3 times.
Tim Hill.
Yeah. Like
he's
got
now
Broxton's
in New York.
pants.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
Jonathan Broxton. Hey, good trade bait, though. He was like the Make-A-Wish version of Eric Gagne. Because he came up in L.A., too, or he was in L.A., and he kind of had that same build. And then Gagne was just a juicer, which we should have known.
Gagne.
85, consecutive saves. Like, this guy's really good. And it was like, Eric Gagne tests positive for steroids. And everyone's like, duh.
And Gagne.
Yeah, and gone. It's like all these things happen in the steroid era. We should have just been like forehead slaps. Like, duh, dude.
Look how awesome Brady Anderson is, man.
Sideburns. He had great sideburns.
Brady
Yeah.
Anderson had that one year that everybody lost their minds
51 home
over,
runs.
And now everybody's like, oh, he was like the first.
He hit 51 home runs, and then he just dissipated quickly.
Fast,
Jeez.
gone.
And then it was like, I watched something the other day. It was like, man, I miss when first half numbers were like this. And it was
Yeah.
like pure steroid, like 99 All-Star game. And it's like, what was it? It was like Manny Ramirez is hitting like 347. Bonds has 39 home runs.
Right.
We're in July. And then, you go back, you look at the obvious things of the steroid era. You're like, oh, yeah, Roger Clemens had a 1.88 ERA in Houston at the age of 43.
But how awesome was it, though?
I mean,
just be honest with yourself. It was phenomenal.
You loved it. It was
great.
It was more entertaining than the UFC.
It was outstanding. It was so good.
I would run, sprint from the school bus to my house and put on WGN because Cubs Cardinals were on in 98.
Yeah, right?
I was 11 years old. And I would sprint. I mean, from the bus. My sister would be slow down.
Yeah, we'd be at bars at college at that time, and it was every game. Like people would just stop. I mean, and watch. And McGuire was up. There was an at bat. It'd be shown nationally. Sosa, same thing. You'd be all captivated, and you didn't care.
Jonathan Buxton. What were we calling him?
Broxton.
Jonathan Broxton.
What did I call him?
I thought we called him Byron Buxton for some reason, or maybe
He plays for the Twins. No, I think I said Jonathan. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
No, yeah, he sometimes plays for the Twins. Somebody wants to know, you think Doug Gottlieb could fix MJ soon?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
How about Caitlin Clark this week?
How about her? How great was she? She must have took Gottlieb's advice. She was hoisting threes. She hit one from like half court with no problem.
She took 2 steps and then just looked at the,
And then the Brazil coach in the middle of the game was like, "You're the greatest thing that's ever happened to basketball for boys and girls. I love you."
Yep.
I mean, like it's
cool.
heartwarming, man. Like
she was like, "Thanks for coming."
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
she
they
was
were
super
they were
nice.
up like 90-30 in the third quarter over that team, right? And I said to somebody, the tickets were going for like $450 to get into that game. It's insane. I was telling Dusty in the break, I'm like, "How does somebody hate Caitlin Clark?" And he looks at me and goes, "Jealousy's a powerful thing, Bob." And I'm like, "It really is." But it seems just
Why did she get to be the first one? Why does she get to be the trailblazer for the women's sports?
Look what she's doing.
I know.
Look how she's captivating fans. I mean, she's a great player. There's no question. But she's also a great person, and she also has captivated fans. Nobody else has done that.
I might go as Caitlin Clark for Halloween.
I mean, she is so good.
You got your Doncic jersey. Now you get your Caitlin Clark
I could
jersey.
definitely go as Luka. Same body type.
No.
They may think it's you just carry a beer around and don't get into shape.
I'm going to carry around a hookah and a beer, but
Yeah.
the hookah's going to have something besides hookah in it. And the beer, and they'll just be like, "Can I please have candy?"
I mean,
Luka, go home.
How about the podcasting coach out here still calling out his team for not being in enough shape again this weekend? You're the coach, podcaster. Like, you need to get that thing moving in the right direction.
That's tough.
Put down the hot takes and be a. That's why I say the NBA coach, not one player looks at an NBA coach and goes, "Okay, coach, I'll do what you say." There's no repercussions, especially for a guy like Luka, as good as he is. But I mean, good Lord, do a few pushaways.
The coach loves hot takes, and the number one player in the world loves hotcakes. He's not the number one player in the world. He's like the third, probably best player in the world, to be fair. By the way, number one player in the world versus number 2 tonight?
Maybe number 5.
Oh, SGA's 5.
SGA's 5, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he better than Ant?
Close. It's right there.
Okay, so Ant's 6.
Because
Ant 6.
you got Brunson as number 1.
Yeah, of course. Brunson's the best of all time.
Everybody else, right?
Of course, Brunson's the best of all time. Are you kidding me? We have the best.
Brunson takes a peek at the clock. Thompson digging in defensively. 8 seconds. Brunson stops on a dime. Launches. Oh, yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it. Knicks lead by 3. The Brunson burner ignited.
Not tonight.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what
We
happens.
shall see. 9-point favorites. 9-point favorites. Celtics coming back. We do the brioche of the weekend on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty
What the hell's wrong with your station?
on Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, as you're getting ready to watch the NBA tonight, don't forget to get online and download that Underdog app, because the Underdog app just became one of the best places to make entries during playoff basketball, and it's available to play in the state of Missouri. And while they score buckets, you could score cash on Underdog. Underdog has had millions of fans play. They've won billions of dollars, and their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews. I love playing on the Underdog app. I love combining entries from basketball and baseball into one selection. overreaction for my picks. It is so much fun. You can do all basketball, you can do all baseball, you can mix and match like I like to do. And once your entry feels good, you can play with as little as $1. And if you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. So download the Underdog app now. Sign up with promo code Bob to unlock that special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. That's the Underdog app with promo code Bob. Must be 18 and over and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Cosentino's food stores are celebrating 77 years of serving Kansas City. Come in today for incredible anniversary savings across the store. You'll find some of the hottest prices of the year, now through May 20th only. From fresh produce to family favorites, don't miss the unbeatable prices at every Cosentino's location. For 77 years, it's been our family's honor to serve yours, and we're just getting started.
I know the kiddos haven't gotten out of school yet, but start thinking about back to school, because if you call my friends at Golden Oak Lending and do a refi with them, the next time you're going to make a mortgage payment is when the kiddos are getting ready to go back to school. Think about having no mortgage payments all summer long and being able to do some of those things that you've been wanting to do, but maybe haven't been able to pull the trigger on it because of where you are financially. That's where my friends at Golden Oak Lending come in to help. These guys are awesome. I want you to take their free mortgage checkup like we've done. It is a conversation where you tell them about what you want to accomplish in life, what your financial goals are, and Golden Oak Lending will look around and see if they've got a plan for you. If they do, they'll introduce you to that plan, and if they don't, hey, they'll let you know that as well. They'll never put you in a mortgage that isn't better than what you're in right now. The average cash-out customer with Golden Oak Lending is saving $1,104 per month, and then you go 2 months without making a mortgage payment. It's fantastic. If you want to check them out online, go ahead and do so at goldenoaklending.com. But more importantly, make that call today and take that conversation with that free mortgage checkup. It is risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a simple phone call. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD, and let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey there, Royals fans. It's Royals Hall of Famer Mike Sweeney. Have you or your kids experienced a high school coach who wants to make our Kansas City community a better place to live, work, and play? The Royals and the See You in the Major Leagues Foundation, together with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City, are shining a spotlight on 6 impactful coaches in the KC metro area. Nominate a high school coach today at royals.com/coaches with character.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on 2 wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an odds boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your odds boost token. Then place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No matter the showdown, BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age age or older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Powering through on a Monday.
I want to read you a sports quote. Let me know how you're feeling when you hear this quote, all right? You guys ready? It comes from Braden Sheen of the St. Louis Blues. A second and a half away from closing out the series is brutal. I mean, I can't think of a worse way to lose a game. I'm glad we didn't have that in the Super Bowl where it was like a last-second field goal or something like that.
Well, ask the Niners how they felt.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, the Eagles, the first time we beat them. Niners, both times.
Even though I don't think it's even in the same category as that game because the Niners kind of like did it to themselves. Like they chose to take the football.
Yeah.
Like that's like the walk-off was cool with McCole Hardman, but I felt like the story was still like, oh my God, Shanahan didn't know the rules. Because, like, we did a whole segment on, like, Mahomes being like, this idiot doesn't know.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
go ahead. Like, we'll let you have it. And it's like, they won the ball. They won the ball. And then the whole Niners bench is going, what? No, we want to. Too late. So I think that kind of took a little bit up. But, I mean, like, and then the Philly win, the flag. People still talk about that. But, like, the first Niners one, you're up
10.
Yeah. Was that 10 or 11? Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
You blew it
Yeah.
after having all your guys in the end zone.
My friend sent me a text this morning, and he says there's nothing worse than a 2-goal lead in hockey because you feel relaxed and at ease because you're up 2, right?
I've heard that
How
before.
about a 10-point lead in a football game, too? You know, like we would talk about it all the
7 minutes
time.
and 27 seconds.
Yeah, right? Like you're up 10 with, like it's human nature to go, okay, we got this. Oh, no, you don't. You don't have this at all. But I mean, you know, we've talked about it all the time. When you dominate a game, you know, this is where the touchdown thing for the last couple of years has been a little concerning for the Chiefs. Like you're dominating this game, but you're up 9-3, you know, as opposed to being up 21-3 at that point in time. You got to punch those things into the end zone. Or a baseball game, you're up, you know, 2 runs going into the 8th inning. You're feeling really good. Pour it on. Like yesterday with the Royals is a prime example of that, right? Looked like you were playing some good baseball. They kept coming back. Pile it on, man.
Yeah.
Whew, I just can't imagine what those guys are going through this morning. Like you're waking up as a member of the Blues today going, what in the hell, man? Like that's hard to get. I don't think people realize. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of it. Maybe they don't care. But I couldn't wake up this morning and feel good about
And they
myself.
gotta eat emos.
I know. It's true. Live in St. Louis and eat emos. Ugh.
I'd be so happy.
Just throwing him lobs today.
Yeah.
Brioche of the weekend.
Big brioche guy.
Love that. Yeah, good take.
You do a smash or pass one day and surprise Bob with Provel cheese on the pizza. He probably would like reach across the table and slap me across the face.
I'd walk out of the room.
No, we do not do this.
I still got to have the other place that Rob's told me I need to try.
Rob Brenton or Rob Maloney?
Maloney.
Oh.
It's not emos, but it's St. Louis style. He said he's going to bring us a pie.
Okay. Bob will
Choice,
pass.
yeah.
No, I really don't hate Provel cheese. I really don't.
No.
I love toasted raviolis, but I love Kansas City more, and there's no secret about that. Brioche of the weekend. You guys got any brioches this weekend? Did you have a little?
Well, I could give a lot this
How'd your
weekend.
birthday party go? Or your graduation party
Graduation
go?
parties were good. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
We
They were
went.
good?
We had 3 over the weekend.
That's good.
I went to 2. The second one, I just sent my daughter. That was more of her friend type of thing, so she went to that. But it was good. I mean, there's a couple of things. I want to give brioche to the folks over at Stage Right. It's a theater group my daughter is part of, but she's done, I believe, with them, and they've done a great job over the last 5, 6, 7 years that we've been part of that. And had the final concert last night. Shout out to my friend Lucy Warner as well, who did an unbelievable job last night. Such talented kids in Kansas City that are part of that. So I want to give a shout out to those kids as well. Shout out to a teacher that I've talked about on this radio show for years, and it's one of Alex Gold's former teachers. This guy is named Mr. White. And if there's a graduation party and Mr. White isn't there, you know something's wrong. This guy shows up at every graduation party that I've been to over the last couple of years, and it shows you the impact that he's had as a teacher on these kids, because he's not a high school teacher. He's a middle school teacher, and he's retired now. And anytime you go to an Olathe East sporting event or a California Trail sporting event or anything like that, there's Mr. White there supporting his kids. And it makes me want to tear up because these kids are graduating high school. They haven't had him in about 5 years, and he's showing up to all of their graduation parties. And every kid comes up to him and talks to him about what a great teacher he is. If you can have the impact on just one person that Mr. White has had on a generation plus of kids that have gone from California Trail to Olathe East, you're doing some good work, because this guy is remarkable, man. Every damn party that I see, and it's kind of become a joke. Mr. White, good to see you. Mr. Fescoe, good to see you. But, that's the guy. If he were to die tomorrow, which he won't because he's fit, good guy, that type of thing. But if he were, the impact that he's had on so many lives, I can't remember a teacher like this guy that's at every freaking kid's graduation party because of the impact that he had on him.
That is
so
cool,
as the graduation parties hype up, and we've got more as the month goes along, and they're Olathe East kids or California Trail kids, I expect to see Mr. White at these parties, because that's the kind of guy that he is and the impact that he's. I don't know that I've ever seen a teacher have this kind of impact on students that Mr. White does. And shout out to Coach Reynolds as well. We're honoring him at the Royals game tomorrow. He is the coach of the month for Blue Cross Blue Shield Coaches with Character, Olathe East tennis coach. Over 100 students have bought tickets to go out and watch him throw out the first pitch because of the impact that he's had on kids. So have an impact, man. Do something good, as Dusty always says. So those are my brioches of the weekend.
Love that. Yeah, I would say I had a really good night with some close friends of Hannah and I. So we played like a game. It's called you pull out some cards. It's basically like a conversational game that can get rather deep, and you have a few drinks out on the patio, and you just kind of start talking about life and relationships, and it was super fun. It was good.
Okay, that's all right.
Just talking about living and growing and getting better. It was good. It was good.
Politics.
No, gosh, no. Gosh, no. Good, relationship stuff, and just talking about growing and living life, and
adding another one to the bedroom. Ace of Diamonds. Mine I'll just give to the trip to Springfield. Shout out to the fans that came. Shout out to everybody that was involved. Other than the manager of the restaurant.
God, at 10 o'clock, they're going to go off on that guy.
It's coming, man. And also, I hate to be this guy, but the curse has been lifted. There's no more Dusty curse. We went and saw Jack Caglianone play. Woo! We got some stuff for the PMA Foundation.
Yes, thank you for that.
No problem at all. Hopefully you go out there and bid on that, because it will be worth a ton of money one day, because he is going to be an absolute stud. He hit a home run on top of a building, above a milk sign, that Major League Baseball tweeted out and did it. But it was more so, it was about the fans. It was about the time. It was about the camaraderie of everybody that went. It was just a really, really good time. It was a really good time in Springfield. Alex hated cashew chicken.
It's chicken tenders with some brown sauce
he hated
on it.
He said the best part was the egg roll.
Well, it may have been a really good egg roll, but
it was pretty solid. Drew got cussed out, and I had a hell of a time, and Cody sang "Hi, My Name Is" by Slim Shady.
That's unbelievable. What a terrible song to sing for karaoke.
Look at how ready that man is.
They are ready.
You.
Alex is ready.
Cody's running.
Look at that guy out there. He is ready to rip on cashew chicken and the bar owner.
Hey, guys, go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay nice. Coming up next, Cody Golden Drew, 10-2.
What's up, Kansas City? This is Jonathan India here, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home.